I said not a thing, but that's good, I guess.
Okay, we're up.
No drama.
Yeah, that's the best part.
We're now live, guys. Hello, everyone. What's happening? How's it going? Listen, if you're listening from around the country, let us know. We love to hear from you. One place we are getting popular is a village, for some reason, in the Ukraine.
Wow. Cool.
Really? That is cool.
Or their IP is pointing there. I mean, that could be.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to figure out if we can dim these things. Dim, how about LED tubes? Tube lights. Is that what they call them? Yeah, okay, LED. LED tubes. Oh, these are $4.99 each, creep.
Really?
The 4-foot ones, $4.99. Oh,
Really?
yeah, $4.99.
Where do you get them at?
For 18 watt?
About that. That's about.
No shit, seriously.
Wow.
$4.99
And they're dimmable?
from Green Light Depot.
What's up, gents?
So Mark,
Sir?
Mark,
Yes, yes.
welcome to the sun. But listen,
Holy shit, you're not kidding.
listen.
I don't think it's bright enough in here.
Mark, it's just ridiculous. That was for nothing. But we may be able to dim those. I'm researching it. Those LEDs can be dimmed.
Some can.
No, most can.
Okay.
But you need an LED, some can, and you need a special dimmer.
Yeah, this is like this sun in here.
Okay, most can't with a regular dimmer.
I didn't realize how ugly he was.
Most cannot be dimmed with a regular dimmer. Most can be dimmed with a LED dimmer.
I didn't think most could be dimmed.
With an LED dimmer.
Go to troubleshooter.com.
I wonder what the difference is.
Oh, that's what it was.
LED dimmer.
/WP-admin.
Top-rated treadmill for over 25 years.
Nobody.
Strength equipment carries a lifetime warranty on
It is crazy bright in here, man.
LED dimmer.
What is it again?
$24.
WB.
Yeah, but make sure they work with this style.
Is that what it was?
There's so much.
WordPress.
Because of the low wattage, it's going to be a different kind of dimmer.
WP-admin.
You know, Mark, I knew, and as soon as you told me that we were going to get complaints, as soon as you did that.
It was funny as hell.
Great people to hire can be like
I couldn't believe it.
trying to find a needle in a haystack.
I couldn't believe it.
Jobs
There's someone, we're not up, are we?
Yeah, we're off.
Oh, we are up, okay.
I told him.
Careful.
I told him.
It was unbelievable. I come out of here,
No specific.
I'm holding light bulbs. And the one person in the building that probably I shouldn't have run into, I run into.
I want to make a general statement.
And not even 5 minutes later.
No, I want to make a general statement about life. When somebody is an asshole just for the sake of being an asshole, there is no logic to it. It's not like somebody did something to them or hurt them or why do some people come out of the gate as assholes?
No.
Middle one.
Always fine.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. If you only knew what we talk about off the air. Oh my goodness gracious me.
Oh my.
Just watch out, there's some spies out there we've learned.
Oh yeah, so I don't care. But you'll hear a lot off the air because we do not censor anything. We are live on the air from gavel to gavel online, YouTube and Facebook. Also, of course, Troubleshooter.com. Did we get that fixed? And Referralist.com? Whatever.
It's looking good.
Troubleshooter.com is now up and running, separate from Referralist. Mark's blog is still empty, but I'll get him there. But in any case, here's the deal. You can click on Troubleshooter.com or go to Troubleshooter.com directly and click over to Referral List or vice versa. We also have SleazesBrigade.com. These three sites, and we have another one coming, which will all be called the Good Pages, basically, thegoodpages.com. But that's a long story. Right now, Troubleshooter.com and Referralist.com are there Referral list is for the good guys. Yeah. And Troubleshooter is for information. We have some really great articles up there. 303-713-TALK is our number. And around the clock, 303-MARTINO. That number will always get to us. I promise we listen to every single message, so when we're on the air, it's automatically routed here. 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. Today is Car Day. Friday, Car Day. We talk about cars, but we talk about anything you'd like. In addition to that, we have Kevin Calkin with us from Sheridan Auto Tech, and Andy Barella from Colorado Springs Dodge. We have a very big audience south. We appreciate. Thank you. And Andy, what is new in your world as far as dealers? Anything going on? You're really your position is with the service department, right? You're the manager, are you?
Correct. I run service and parts.
Yeah. Is it true that dealers make more money with service and parts than selling cars? Is a bigger profit center the same, smaller, what? In general, I don't know. I've always heard they really make their money in service.
The idea behind service is it's called fixed operations. The service and parts department is designed to pay the expenses. That's how it works. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to make more money than they do, but that's how it's set up. We're supposed to carry the load, and then everything else.
You're supposed to pay overhead?
There you go.
Really?
Absolutely. Yes. Correct.
Okay. So. When you have warranty work, does the factory pay you guys for that?
The factory pays us well, absolutely.
Okay, the
just
reason,
like the customer.
Let me tell you why I say that. Because some people will say, I took my car to a dealer, and they won't fix it under warranty, or they should have fixed it, or I don't think this, I don't think that. And I always say, listen, the dealer is independent, and if they find something wrong, they want it to be covered under warranty because they know they'll get paid like that, and they want to fix it, right? You have no interest not to fix something.
Absolutely true.
It's not like you're losing money doing warranty work. You make money doing warranty work.
No, please bring the warranty work.
Right, exactly.
It's business.
So in other words, you're not going to lie about it, but you certainly aren't going to, take the factory side if you think something's under warranty and say it's not.
No, absolutely not. We'll take it. We'll do it.
They pay pretty
we'll
close.
Enjoy it.
What's the labor rate for warranty work for Dodge?
Well,
60?
I mean, that's not the question. The question is the labor rate different than the public?
Yeah, well, I'm curious what it actually is, because they pay you less than you would normally. I mean, that's normal.
I don't think they do they?
They do. It's really not. What happens is the rates that we take in on a customer pay, for instance, or on an average of everything we do is called our effective rate.
Yeah.
Okay? Chrysler pays us effective rate. Warranty is effective rate.
Oh, so they pay you average or median.
303-713-2555. Listen, I cannot believe this case.
Which one?
Lucinda. I want to summarize it, and I just want to bring Lucinda up. We've looked into it. Now, Lucinda, I'm on your side, by the way. And I think you got that impression, right, Lucinda? I was a little frustrated trying to get information from you, but you know I'm on your side, right? Yes. And this sucks. I want to tell people what happened. Basically, your dog got in a fight with the other dog, neighbor dog, killed the dog. You were cited with a dangerous dog. You were given a ticket. You went to court and you plea bargained and did all the stipulations they asked for, and the judge signed it. Everything. And it's all in writing, not only signed by the DA, but by the judge. Case closed. It was closed. You absolutely, positively signed a stipulation that said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, okay? Obedience training, blah, 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 whatever it was. And you said, okay, I agree. And then it was a plea bargain. And in the paperwork it actually said, and you get your dog back, okay, basically. Now, weeks later, you're in court for a restitution hearing. That's separate and apart from the plea. And in the restitution hearing, the judge looks at the settlement and says, wait a minute. Your dog is still alive. He shouldn't have been alive under the statute. He should be euthanized. And not only that, but this is a illegal settlement, or it's wrong. Whatever it was wrong. We still don't know exactly what was wrong about it, but our attorney, who basically wants to help you, Lucinda, Joe Lazzara, is a criminal defense attorney, and he wants to help you. Okay,
the statute, Joe said,
wasn't there. In other words, whatever they booked her with, it wasn't even on
Suzanne,
the books.
was that what was wrong with it? They cited the wrong statute?
Yeah, well, yes, without if you don't euthanize the dog, it violates the statute.
Okay, but hold on then.
That's the problem.
Hold on. So are we to say, if she, I'm not saying she would, but if she euthanized the dog, would that settlement be okay?
Yes.
It would be.
Yeah.
That's not the
I don't think so.
That is not the impression I got, Suzanne. I got the impression they wrote something down wrong or something.
No,
like
that's
it was
not
an old one.
Under this
you talked to
statute,
Joe
Tom.
directly about that.
Yes.
And he said if they euthanize the dog, this settlement would be in
Oh, I'm sorry, Tom. No, I didn't specifically
because I
ask
think
Joe that.
I think there's more to it than that. But it doesn't matter because here's the bottom line. The bottom line is, and we checked with multiple sources, they say because the settlement or plea bargain was, quote, illegal, it cannot be enforced, and the courts have a right to rescind it.
They have to. It's not just a right. They are forced to rescind it and come up with a new plea agreement.
But here's what I think. Why?
Because
Why?
it simply violates the statute, which makes it...
But because judges through common law have done things like that all the time.
I don't think they can. Joe was saying that because they know it's not correct, they're almost forced to fix it.
They are forced to fix it.
Is Joe around?
I can try.
Oh, my God.
Can try.
Because we never asked the one question. What makes the settlement illegal? Everyone says it's illegal.
Ask her again what it was.
She doesn't know.
I think she does.
I asked her 100 times. Lucinda, what
Yes.
reason were you given why your settlement is illegal?
Because the statute requires that the dog be put down.
Is that the only reason?
That is.
Yes. Yep.
I find that shocking. So because of that, you have to redo it. Now, let me ask you something. What kind of a dog is it?
It's a German Shepherd.
Okay, I love shepherds, and they're sweethearts. They really are.
Yes, they are.
And you obviously don't want to put your dog to sleep, right?
Here's what I don't get. If they got to fix it,
okay,
why not just fix it? Why not just fix it and give her the exact same things under the correct statute?
Because they won't. That's another thing.
Why won't
the
they?
stipulations are negotiable. She has to work with her attorney on
I just
that.
want to ask Joe Lazzaro one quick question. He's a great criminal defense attorney. Joe, a very quick question. Why was that settlement illegal? What part of it made this settlement unenforceable?
So a couple different parts. The first motion to settle the case by plea references the subsection that requires the dog to be euthanized.
Right.
Then the elemental charge where they advised her this is what you're pleading to has different subsections to it that do not exist. But
why don't they exist?
That statute's been repealed and the way it's drafted is wrong.
So even if she euthanized her dog, it still would not be enforceable.
Correct. And that's the number one thing. I mean, what they're doing is just trying to protect her. It's an illegal sentence. Let's save the dog. Let's plead to something else, whether it's a fictitious charge or not.
Right, I understand. It's just a plea bargain.
What they're doing.
Okay. Yeah. And so, Lucinda, the only problem that you have, and thank you, Joe, by the way. Joe's great. 303-429-6200 is his number if you ever need a criminal defense in anything. Listen, it happens. We had a guy one time, or a woman, returning lipstick to Albertsons. They're not in business anymore, right? But she returns to Albertsons, and she has the lipstick, and she walks in. The guy pops her for shoplifting. It's amazing. Actually, it's a long story. It goes further than that. But the bottom line is anybody can be accused of things. Joe Lazzaro, 303-629-6200, and you can find him on my referral list. Now, Lucinda, I, by the way, am on your side, but it's too late. If everyone says this has to be repealed and you have to do a new one, the only reason you object to the new settlement is what?
They wanted a taller fence. In other words, she'd have more expenses.
Can I just say what it really is?
Yeah.
The plea bargain, number one, the resolution they quoted, which I got just a redraft this morning at 9 o'clock, quotes the wrong resolution. This was repealed in '98.
So they're still doing an illegal. You're saying even the second one is going to be illegal.
It's wrong.
Have your attorney address it. They will fix that, Lucinda.
It doesn't matter. I have requested that I don't. They keep adding on stipulations. Now they want to raise the fence.
Your attorney needs to negotiate that stuff with the court.
Let's put it this way.
That's what you guys are not getting. We've tried to.
Let's put it this way. What else happens then? If you keep it the way it is, they're going to prosecute you on the original offense.
They're going to kill the dog.
And that's it. But I mean, Lucinda, I think you need to negotiate. That's what I'm saying. You need to.
I've been trying to negotiate. But they have me on the wrong resolution.
Let's get her attorney. Can we talk to your attorney?
Yeah, let's talk to her attorney, because I'm done with this, and I feel sorry for her. By the way, the DA sent this to us, right? The people respectfully request to withdraw the defendant's guilty plea in case blah, blah, blah. The defendant entered her plea. They gave us this and asked us to read it. The defendant entered her plea on April 5, 2017. It was accepted by the court, but there was a misunderstanding of the statutory requirements for this plea that the defendant relied upon. The people agree that the defendant's dog would not need to be euthanized if she met certain requirements. Unfortunately, this arrangement violates the statute. A plea to such and such requires the defendant's dog to be euthanized or killed, blah, 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 in order to rectify the situation. The people ask that the defendant's guilty plea be withdrawn. The defendant can then enter into new plea agreement that would not violate the statute. I mean, that's pretty straightforward.
And why? I bet they would do the exact same thing. I don't know why she thinks all this other stuff's going to change.
Well, because it did in their proposal.
Yeah,
it did change.
Yeah, but what they're saying is you just got to negotiate with us and we'll get back to the same place. I mean, I can't imagine why they'd make it worse on her. They're the ones that screwed it up.
Oh, neither do I, Mark, but they do. Century RV, if you're looking for a motor vehicles, RVs are motor vehicles, right? I've always joked that RV means real vacation, because you do it on your schedule when and where you want, and you can get a huge selection of new and used RVs and a service department for RVs at CenturyRV.com, 303-453-1111, 453-1111.
What is... Oh, that's just that I gave him that. She just said, hey, thanks for giving me that. They had the dog killed the next guy.
Who is?
APC is half of what the other...
Did we give them APC?
I gave them APC, yeah.
Are they on a referral?
Yeah.
Okay. And they do the little mini splits, right?
Apparently, they gave them a quote, and I was it Bill?
Guys,
What do you think?
Up in the high country, watch out for delays due to a stalled semi blocking the right lane.
So I was going to call them up and say, hey, you know, sounds good. Appreciate you.
It seems like they're trying to work with her, though.
Right
now, it's 72 with your traffic in West.
We're done with the problem. There's nothing
No.
we can't do it.
I'm going to send you this. Get this lady on about footprints. We just need to get this head on.
What? Do you want to get on the air?
Yeah.
Okay.
But don't tell me I don't want to be.
Okay.
I don't want to be biased.
Yeah, not at all.
I want to know what's going on.
You see, I sent one to that guy.
This has her phone number on.
So, did he make adjustments for Joe?
Oh, yeah.
What did you say?
I sent that guy that you sent to me about you want to sue and give us give an opinion on it or whatever and stuff. Just I CC'd you on it, so.
They're really they're changing Coke Zero.
Yeah,
I read that.
Right.
Why would they do that? With a drink that everyone loves.
Exactly.
That's why I wrote to him that Anthony. This
I was reading it. It's just slightly different formula, so it's going to take.
Oh, I told you whatever you think of it. So what do you think?
Well, that's why I wrote.
Diabetic.
Oh, okay.
I can't defeat the purpose, doesn't it? I'm not diabetic, but I don't want sugar. Except for cheating every now and then, like I do with those honey-coated almonds.
Yeah, that's exactly right. What does he even want now?
He wants us to write up a statement so we can sue him. This guy that we went out to, where he had his Sprinter van.
Yeah, Sprinter van.
We made a different one.
So what about it?
We went out and Mark had a deal, and they both shook on it, even though the guy after he shook, he wouldn't even shake it first. Even though he made the deal, then he wants to further sue him in court.
The consumer does.
The consumer does. And we said, said, hey, you know, we're done with it. We thought it was a fair deal. We both shook.
It was a
shook
fair
on
deal.
They
You know?
give you the most.
They negotiated, they agreed, and
Well,
now...
they're still saying it's sugar-free.
Dissolve slowly.
Yeah, of course.
No, I thought they said they were
Coke Zero will be replaced by a new sugar-free drink called Coke Zero Sugar.
How could you have, how could you have Coke Zero with sugar? The whole thing is
But no,
zero.
it's going to be
That's what
sugar-free.
your wife said. BioT Medical helps you do that. You'll be entertained.
Hey, everyone in here disagrees with you about Coke Zero having sugar. They said it's not.
When you check it out, you'll thank
The
me.
new recipe, they're getting rid of your Coke Zero and adding real sugar to it.
No.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Want that lunch?
I don't want that. They're telling me you're all wrong. I didn't read anything.
Oh, that lunch with Sue.
So, how do you feel? Are you confident your retirement savings will last throughout your retirement
Seriously.
years?
They are reading it right now.
Planning specialist at Blue Heron
What's
Capital.
that?
It's a special
Show me
service.
where you read that. They're reading it just the opposite. I'm gonna look.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
I'm reading it too on CNN Monday.
Says what?
Coke Zero will be replaced by a sugar-free drink called Coca-Cola Zero
Make
Sugar.
sure you have income to last your lifetime. Don't wait any longer.
It's already been a success in 25 markets around the world.
And see how you can get started
Okay.
with your own retirement
Okay,
strategy.
I'll bet lunch. I'll bet lunch. You just say yes or no, because please say yes.
No, don't do it.
Yes.
She said yes, it is a bet, official.
The new name is Coke Zero Sugar. Zero Sugar.
New Fitness Gallery, where we sell the world's finest fitness.
It's called Zero Sugar.
Yeah.
The drink's going to be called Zero Sugar.
It's not Coke Zero.
Literally Zero Sugar.
But read it, it says a new sugar-free drink.
Top-rated treadmills for over 25
It's lunch for
years.
Zero sugar,
You
zero
can't have,
calories.
and why would they call it zero if there's sugar in it?
Coca-Cola said Wednesday that it would replace no-calorie Coke Zero soda in the U.S. with Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. They're adding sugar to your
No, zero sugar.
Did they say they're adding sugar?
And you owe me lunch.
No, did they say they're adding sugar? Show me the article.
Where did she get this?
They said, we have 4 articles here, no sugar.
I've trained her well.
Yeah, too well.
You just lost lunch, even though you're right.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Okay, we're having a spirited discussion off the air, okay? Coke Zero has decided they're going to reformulate Coke Zero, which I think sucks, because Coke Zero is the... Okay, if Stephanie's listening, I'm in trouble. I know I am. I drink it once in a while. I drink it once in a while. She doesn't want me to drink it once in a while. She thinks it's killing me.
And I breathe occasionally.
Come on, no, really. I don't drink it that much, okay? So here's the deal. But I must say this. There is no other diet drink in the world that tastes this good. It's, to me, tastes better than regular Coke.
It's addicting.
I hate diet. I hate Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Diet everything. I hate Diet everything. Diet Mountain Dew now and then isn't bad. But here's the deal, okay? This, also that, remember the tab?
Well, you remember Coke way back in the day changed the recipe. They called it New Coke and it bombed.
Yeah, or whatever.
You'd think they would have learned.
But here's the thing. We're having a dispute. We've read articles on CNN and all over that they're reformulating it to make it taste better, but they say specifically it will still be no sugar. Right, Mark?
Yeah, it says they're both sugar-free alternatives to Diet Coke, but Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is said to taste more like original Coke. So the new one's going to be called Coca-Cola Zero Sugar.
I hope it's better. But here's the deal. Suzanne says they're adding sugar to it. And I said, really? That sucks. And I said that today, and these guys said, no, they're not. So they looking it up.
She was saying they're adding zero sugar to it, though, if I heard it. So you probably do owe her lunch. The more I think about this.
And I said, Suzanne, they're not adding sugar. And she said, in the vein of her husband, of course, do you want to bet lunch? And at first I didn't think so. Then I read CNN, CNBC, Forbes, everybody, and I said, okay, I'll bet lunch. And then she accepted. So that is an official lunch bet. And Coke Zero, by the way, I don't know if people like it or not, but I find it just really good. Do you ever drink anything diet?
I don't like sodas at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I can see that. But anyway, let's just keep going. 303-713-8255. Now, here's the way I figure this. If I owe Mark lunch and Suzanne owes me lunch,
Mark can buy us both lunch.
That's the way it should be.
No, you lost this one. You lost this one.
Me?
Yeah, she said the new one. You weren't understanding what she was trying to tell you. The new one, they're adding zero sugar.
Mark's my attorney.
She did not say that. Okay, let's talk about this 2014 Ford F-150 XLT. Man, what's going on? A broken axle? Terry?
Yes, sir.
You have a broken axle?
I did, sir, yes.
How did that happen?
I was just driving down Highway 86 on my way home, and all of a sudden the brake lights went off for ABS, so I slowed down and pulled over, thinking it was my brakes. Everything seemed to be okay. Drove the 2 miles home very slowly with my kids, parked the truck, got out, looked, and my axle was broken. From the pocket, I sent you pictures.
Is it still, I got to look at it, is it still under warranty?
Well, it wasn't under warranty, but it was proven after going round and around with Ford that it was a faulty part. There was no reason this should have happened.
Oh, I know, but that's what the warranty period is for. How far out of warranty is it?
It was, 20,000 miles out of warranty.
And how much time out of warranty?
That's like almost double the warranty, isn't it? 20,000?
It's quite a bit.
Well, it's 5 years, 60,000, but it was a 14, and I had 84,000 miles on it.
You mean when you bought it?
Andy, how does that work?
Hold on, let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You bought when did you buy this?
I bought it brand new in 2014.
Oh, okay. You bought it brand new, and you have 84,000 miles on it?
Yes, sir.
So why are you out of warranty?
Because it's 60,000.
It's out of 60.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's 65 and 60. Okay, I'm thinking 100. Okay, okay. So, but that's a pretty clear-cut case. I mean,
yes, sir.
But I get this argument, and you can ask Andy that in a second. But Pat, let me tell you. Excuse me, Terry. Let me tell you what I get all the time.
Yes.
Here's what they say. Oh, I realize it's out of warranty, but, and here's the but.
Yeah.
But there is no doubt that it was a manufacturer's defect. And I say, okay, that's exactly what a warranty is for, a manufacturer's defect. And that's why they do it for a certain amount of time. They're guaranteeing that you will have service for a certain amount of time, even if it's defective. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but it doesn't matter if you prove it's defective. That's what warranties are for, and that's why they limit them, because defective parts can last a long time or no time. They pick a number, and when you buy it, you agree to it, and when they sell it, they agree to it. I have never heard, except, listen to this, if there were, if it was a mass problem on all the trucks, and they were having massive problems, they may, in that case, do an extension or a service bulletin or a recall. Mark, what were you, and we'll let you talk, but what were you going to ask Andy?
Well, I mean, how cut and dry is it? Not just with Dodge, but generally, I mean, the warranty's a warranty, right? I mean, I would assume if a vehicle went out, something like this happened the very next day or something, maybe, but 20,000 miles, would any manufacturer budge?
Not likely, and it's a really good point.
If they had massive problems, they would.
And you're right, and what Tom just said about sometimes they'll do an extension, and they'll literally just post it across the board. That can happen, and it does. But under the circumstances where she's at, even though as a service director I have goodwill to assist, but at the 20,000 miles past the warranty where she's at, it's too far out. I wouldn't even be able to help if I wanted to.
How much is it going to cost you, Terry?
Well, actually, Ford did step up and pay for half.
Oh, then you got way more than I expected. How much was the repair?
$4,000.
Holy moly.
Wait, does that sound right?
Why would it?
No.
Oh, did it break while you were driving and cause other damage?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. It did?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, $4,000.
Wait, you were driving where?
I was just coming home.
No, I know you said it broke. Oh, but it didn't cause like an accident type of thing.
No, sir. Didn't cause an accident.
So when you were driving after the it broke.
It'd probably be like, what, the rotor, the caliper? I mean, it could be everything on that wheel, right?
Terry, do you know how much of that repair, I know this is hard to ask, how much of the repair was directly for the axle and not the subsequent damage? Do you know?
Let's see, I've got it in front of me, but it doesn't depict which.
Well, tell us.
Is that a half shaft, guys?
Tell us what.
It's a full axle.
Tell us. You mean a full from side to side? Yep. Tell us what the invoice says. Basically, the line items.
It says housing, rear axle, the shaft assembly.
How much?
Brake lining, adapter. It doesn't have any charges on this because we were dealing directly with Ford.
Well, listen. I think that they paid for the axle. I think you're paying for the subsequent damage. I mean, it really is coming down to that. I'm serious, Terry. The $4,000 bill, these guys are thinking it should have been about half of that.
Man, can you imagine that, though? Were you on the highway, or where were you?
On 86.
On Highway 86.
You were heading east out of
from
Parker Road?
Yeah, you could have lost the wheel. Yeah.
You live out in Elizabeth?
Clear past Elizabeth. I was actually like 18 miles east of Kiowa on Highway 86.
You live way out there, huh?
By that water tower, huh?
I live clear past there.
Hold on. How far, my goodness, from I-70? Because that eventually, doesn't it turn up to I-70?
She's probably halfway, it sounds.
I'm halfway in between I-70
There's like one house out there.
It's hers. It's hers. Terry, seriously. Our guys here, even a dealer guy, they're saying you got a great deal.
It was pretty. It was amazing how it happened that the wheel didn't come off.
That would scare the heck out of me.
But it's amazing that they paid for half, Terry. I'm serious. I don't think there's anything we can do about it.
Okay, what's going on?
Our 2017 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Sunday set, and it's scheduled to rain. Is there? Well, it's supposed to really pour tonight. Sunday, it'll.
Is it another 600-pounder you're booking for him? Yeah, what do you have to tell them?
You can tell
they both can't ride.
Or we can just set it for next
The lady had to keep 150.
So I'll tell her that, and I'll see what she says.
He took off and it's like
she was probably better.
Okay, we're done.
By the way,
Saturday or Sunday.
He really said something on the air.
Yep.
All right, and then the
He
other
didn't
one.
say that's what he said. That's what he said.
That's funny.
But look at how bright it is. Actually, this isn't a very good. You're
I know
washed
we're getting
out.
closer for kids.
My shirt's almost too wide.
I'll tell her, and okay. And then the other one I'm trying to schedule, their business is just crazy right now.
So what they did, they turned, they turned it and they
and he's still within the.
I would turn it when I was doing
But
my show. I
I'm
was
pushing for September.
it would be almost just like
I'm that he found balls.
I love that stuff.
You know, the corners come out.
I don't want you to forget.
No, you know what? You're right.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's some kind of Excel replay. Occasionally they do those.
We're doing that every day.
I bought a ton of LEDs for my whole house when they had like radio going on.
Where'd you see get those 450 pound, those 4-foot balls? That was 450.
Oh, I just searched.
Oh, then you got
Search LED tube lights.
I got you.
I mean, I don't know. I just searched and I saw it. I don't even know if they're good or if they're the same. I know nothing about
It's
them.
on the internet. If it's on the internet, it's good.
During our floor model clearance sale.
I'm going to Mexico next week.
Are you? Where are you going?
50% off.
Where are we going?
Don't drink.
Are you?
Yeah, we go. I mean, I've been to Mexico so many. I was trying to think of how many times we've been there. Shit, I bet we've been there 20.
Where do you stay?
Everywhere. I've stayed at, there's one Ryu Palace that we've stayed at twice, but outside of that, we
Palace Resort's pretty nice.
This one's got like 15 restaurants, liquor, so the kids have their own room, and there's liquor dispensaries in all the rooms. And Miles is the age, they won't even blink down there. So, I mean, I'm wondering if I'm gonna be picking them up at some point. And we're going with some friends, so there'll be another a couple more teenagers.
So there may be a party in one of the
You're
rooms.
taking kids with you.
Yeah.
You're paying the way. Flights and everything.
Oh, no, not other people's kids.
Oh.
They're going with their kids.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, hell no. I'm not paying for any other kids. Shit, I barely pay for my kids.
They're paying me back in a few years.
Hell yeah.
I've taken my kids, like when we were on a car trip or from to a concert or something, I'll put the bill for their friends.
Oh yeah, well,
But not a big.
not like Disney or something. Now, that's interesting you said that, because being an only child, there was a couple times when I was younger, my parents paid for my friend to come, just simply because that kid didn't have much money. So my parents actually did that. But I was an only child, and they wanted to have me something to do, so I wasn't bugging them the whole time.
Sure.
So there was logic to it.
You didn't have to pay them back?
No. Well played, Major.
It's a negotiation.
Last time I was there, I stayed at the Moon Palace.
Oh, Moon Palace. I did a timeshare there. We got what'd I get there?
There's some nice condos right up.
I got a round. They have a Jack Nicklaus golf course, so I got a full 2-people golf thing and $100, and I sold the golf thing for $100, so I got $200 for that one. That's funny that they just said that. I'm going to go Facebook Live one of the days. I'm going to go off on a timeshare. I'll go through the timeshare. I'll go live around showtime, and I'll call them out on what bullshit it is live on the air.
Where you can buy a mattress online.
Smart and right.
Will they know you're going to be live, or are you going to do it now?
They're not going to know until we'll go through the whole dance, and then when we sit down at the table and everybody's toasting champagne, that's when I'll break character and go
You'll
live.
be dropping Mark off outside the gate.
I'm not going to do it.
Why do these old guys?
That would be funny.
Why do they always get too much of a tan when they get older, and they think that's going to make them look young? Who? Well, now Geraldo. Look at him.
Oh, I thought you meant that black lady.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jonathan wants to talk about the death wobble. I've heard about it on all kinds of cars, but I've not heard about it on the F-250. What are you talking about, Jonathan?
Actually, it's a 2013 F-350.
350, okay.
Yep, it's a 350. It's a crew cab, short bed, 4-wheel drive pickup. I bought brand new at the Philong dealership in Motor City, August of 2013. And right about 42,000 miles, I hit a bump going down the highway.
Yep, and it goes blah, 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 blah.
Oh, it's such a violent shaking. It scares you half to death. You cannot control the vehicle once it starts. You have to pull out of traffic, come to almost a complete stop for it to go away. And I went right into the dealership. They didn't take me seriously right away. And
well, hold on. It never stopped from the time it happened to the dealership, or was it intermittent?
No, I've been. It's kind of intermittent. I mean,
hold on. When it happened, when it happened initially, what did you do?
I went to the dealership.
No, what did you do as soon as it happened? What did you do?
I didn't know what was. I thought they had a blowout.
So what did you do? What did you do? Did you pull over? Did you pull over? Did you stop? Did you go faster?
I pulled over.
Okay.
I pulled over. No, I pulled over, and I looked over the whole truck. I couldn't see anything wrong.
And then when you got back in it and started up, it wasn't there.
That's right.
Okay.
No,
now, did it happen, Jonathan?
You have to hit a bump. Yes, sir.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask. After that initial one, so you get back in it, you start up and start driving, nothing else happened. When did it happen again?
It happened probably about 3 days later.
Okay, well, what was the...
I already been back to the dealership, made an appointment to get it taken care of. They said they were going to give me a call. I never heard back from anybody at the service department.
And what happened the second time? Tell me about the second incident.
Well, this was about 53,000 miles ago, so it's been a little while, and I've dealt with it a couple hundred.
Yeah, but just tell me what happens. Is it always a bump?
It's always a bump going at highway speeds. It doesn't matter if I'm towing a trailer or not towing a trailer.
That is scary. Scary. Okay, let's speed forward. I just want to ask some very basic questions. Speed forward. Did they fix it or not? Yes or no?
No, they have not been
able to
come to a... They have attempted several times. I've had it back in the dealership almost 12 times.
Are they charging you for this?
I'm at the dealership right now.
Are they charging you for this?
No.
Is it under warranty?
For another 4,500 miles.
4,500 miles. What kind of warranty? The same as the other woman, 560?
It's a 100,000-mile warranty. It came with a 30,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty when it was brand new. I purchased the extended warranty.
Okay. Right. Way too much information. You got 4,500 miles left. So, this is interesting. What are we going to do for this guy? He's got 4,500 miles left in the warranty. If they can't fix it, they got a problem. They got a problem.
I have two questions. Is it lifted, and does it have the original wheels and tires on it?
It is not lifted. It has the original wheels and tires. As a matter of fact, the last time I was here, the dealership gave me a brand new set of tires, kind of like putting lipstick on a pig. And that I've been through 5 sets of tires. The engineers in Kentucky originally wanted to blame it on tires, bad tires. And I was running Michelins on this truck, the same Michelins that came from the factory when I bought it off the showroom floor. It's a $63,000 truck.
Well, so listen, man. I know I can hear your frustration. So what were you hoping we would do? And I'm serious. What do you think? Because they're working on it, right?
Well, right now I'm having some other warranty work done. I mean, they're giving me another set of free shocks. They've shimmed the ball joints. They've replaced ball joints for the track bar. They have.
Okay, want to ask you something. You call it a death wobble, all right?
It's a violent shaking.
I mean, did you call it a death wobble, or did Suzanne write that down? Did you call it that?
No, I called it that.
Did you find that somewhere? Did you find that? It sounds to me like you researched this. Did you find something called a death wobble?
The first time I heard about it, I was over at Discount Tire having them rotate my tires. And I started talking to one of their technicians about it, and he referred to it as a death wobble.
So you did hear about it.
Then I started researching it.
Okay, here's what I'm looking at on YouTube: how to fix the death wobble on an F250.
It's an F350, but same thing.
350. Okay. You know what? Didn't he say that? Didn't he go back and forth? Or am I going crazy? I thought he said, anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a 350, right? Yeah, that's what I wrote down. Okay, the computer says 250. I'm confused. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. You have a 350, and it's probably the same thing because they also have one on how to fix it on an F150. And this guy on YouTube is apparently telling you, he says, so you're driving down the road and it's violently starts shaking. Congratulations, you just experienced the death wobble. So it's all over the internet. What is Ford doing about it? Have you guys heard about it? Guys, you're in the business. Have you heard about it, Kevin?
Not in standard trucks and lifted vehicles and different things, yes.
That's why.
Not standard wheels. And
They've never had.
Oh, they're full of crap. You know what? This is.
They've never had a vehicle come back after they've done all the.
This is what I love about the internet. Okay, those days are over. I used to get that all the time. Whether it was a motorhome, an electronic, or something, I'd say, "Hey, I'm having this problem." They always say this. They love saying this. Oh, we've not heard that before, because they don't want you to think there's a problem out there, especially if more than one person has it. And it pisses me off because I hear that too much. Well, I can't say I've heard.
I've talked to a lot of other truck owners that have this exact same truck, and out of the 25, 30 people that I've talked to, about 6 of them have experienced it, and one of them told me it's going to come back, and he was right. I mean, I go out of my way to.
Okay, listen.
If I see somebody.
We have a show with a wide variety of listeners, and we will come up with some information. We want to get your name and number off the air, Suzanne. If this turns into be a big deal, I don't know. It seems like it's been going on forever. I don't know why Ford isn't addressing it. But I know why Ford is not, because they're just saying, well, we've never heard of that. If we call Ford right now, is that what their engineers would say? I can't say we've heard about that. Would they say that? Would they?
If they tell you that, they're lying.
No, I mean, is that what they're telling you?
I've had 6 claims.
All right.
With the same truck.
All right, hold on.
Motor company.
Okay. Just give your information. Anyone out there, if you've heard, and listen, I know they come in other cars, especially the Jeep. I don't want to hear about that. If you have an F350, Even, or I don't mind, 150, 250, or 350. If you have a Ford truck and you get that violent shaking, blah, 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 let us know. Please let us know. We want to know, and we want to try to help you, and we'll put this together with other people. Okay, that's the only thing we can do. And I want to tell you that Approval Reverse Mortgage is standing by for anyone who ever needs a reverse mortgage. Now listen, if you're 62 or older and you have equity, you may be a candidate. It is not for everyone. It's a valuable retirement tool for some. You can get a lump sum of money or a line of credit. 303-771-3528, 771-3528. The website is approvalreverse.com. They're the only ones I trust to tell you whether you're a good candidate or not.
And all the suspension components, sure, if they have wear, it's going to
But he said they've already.
They didn't hit earnings.
Right, but have they done the
fell 3% yesterday.
But even though they didn't hit earnings, they did great. That's what I don't understand. So
Yeah, but every year, no, but they build it in because everybody's expecting.
Well, if they don't all them things for him for free, they're really trying and they're
I
treating
didn't hear I want to hear the call though when they talk about their plan with the grocery store.
Not that they can't fix it, but it is a good deal. If they've given him tires and suspension components and ball joints and this and that, now that
Did you see they got a medical thing going?
the answer to it normally is there's a stabilizer shock on the front end thing, there's a steering dampener or stabilizer shock. And that is to prevent exactly what he's talking about.
Like American Family Style.
Well, he didn't mention, I didn't hear him mention it, so I would be curious, did they do
I'd be
it?
shocked if they did
And
tires
then,
and didn't do a steering.
what they were doing with some of the Jeeps is they were going to the off-road places and getting a double.
If your broker
and adding
takes, if you have a claim and stuff and takes you and helps you out and they.
No. That's yeah. I mean, the broker is good, but that's not what I'm talking about. Amazon's got a secret
But if
department.
somebody, one of my employees says, Jeff Wobble, I'll kill him. It is a severe shake.
It was on CNBC. It was an incredible thing to hear. I was sitting there going, holy shit, what else can I do?
Indicates it's going to kill you.
But see, like to me, Mark, after a while, it's service is the whole thing. With insurance, it's got to be service.
Yeah, but no, that's not what I'm talking about. But no, I agree with you wholeheartedly there. Well, yeah, I mean, you got to have the coverage, but you're right. You got to have someone that's going to fight for it. Amazon Medical. This was crazy. They were talking like doctors. Here it is. Amazon $14.92 secret health tech program. And I was reading it. Basically, they're going to do doctors. A platform of electronic medical record data, telemedicine, and health
virtual doc visits. So this is just like that
virtual doctor,
telenurse, teledoctor. This is that same thing.
It's a secret lab dedicated to opportunities in healthcare.
But if you've got crappy doctors on that other end, I mean,
no, but a lot of it they were talking about artificial intelligence. So what happens is you put on a device that monitors you and then, tells you what you got to do, I guess. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
That's probably half the doctors out
there. Fucking anything Amazon gets into, though, as they say. Oh, plus they're building out their pharmacy business. Now that they will do good on.
What? Jesus, are they getting into everything?
Yeah.
Honestly.
There's going to be some antitrust shit roll around soon. But I don't think they can get them with it. They're going to have to change the rules on antitrust. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think the antitrust would get them?
Because they're getting so big, the government's going to start getting afraid they're going to get rid of jobs.
Yeah, but listen, here's the deal. Antitrust is weird. It's about an industry. It's not about local. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's like you control too much of the insurance. That's what antitrust is.
Well, that's what they're going to say.
You control too much of a segment. But if you have widespread, it's just the opposite. Of just the opposite of antitrust because you're diversified.
They're already looking at them on this grocery store thing. The feds are looking at them.
I don't even understand how they can.
Well, because you're getting too big, man.
Well, I know, but that's the thing about free enterprise.
Well, but we know what that
does it. Like, look at all the shit they put Windows. I mean,
look what they did to Ma Bell. They didn't do anything wrong. They built up the network and they made the phone companies fucking give it to everybody.
Look at Microsoft because they had.
Yep, that's right. They made for a while there. They didn't allow them to build a browser in their fucking own software because they were the only game on the planet. If you get too big, Uncle Sam shuts you the fuck down, man. And they're the ones that can change the rules. That's what sucks. So you play by the rules, you get too big, then they just change the rules. But the one that blows me away is the phone, man. I mean, my God. Ma Bell owned every wire in every house across the... If you wanted a phone...
Every phone.
You had every phone. Fuck, they even leased you the phone back then. They owned everything. And then the government said, you're too fucking big.
That was a good... That was a good move.
I'm not arguing if it's good or bad. The government changed the rules. You won't stock in Ma Bell at the time it was like.
I found this Forest Service, your state forester in the ad council. I found it.
Oh, this put up many things.
I love this new guy, by the way.
Mooch? I don't know.
I like him. He's fucking a pit bull, man.
Who? He's not a pit bull.
He's an idiot.
I love it.
I agree with Tom.
I love him.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. All right. What is on your mind today? How can we help you? Don, what is going on?
Yeah, hey, Tom, I just wanted to know if you might be able to look into this. I mean, I wasn't an employee, but I live in Springs now. I used to live in Denver. But the Denny's restaurants, supposedly, there's probably more to the story, but supposedly wherever the owner of this franchise down here in this area didn't pay taxes, state taxes apparently.
The local operator?
Yeah, you know, I don't know, but all the Denny's in Colorado Springs about a month ago, maybe a little more.
They all closed down?
Yeah.
Really? Is there a notice on the door?
Oh yeah, there's.
What does it say?
Covers on the signs. Oh, I didn't read the notice on the door, but it was in the news that the state taxes weren't paid.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, the employees went to work and.
Are you asking what happens to the employees?
I'm just wondering why somebody or the owner didn't pay the taxes. You know, I mean, it seems like a good thing for an investor to come in here and, hey, I'll pay all the taxes. Let's get all these people back to work and let's get these restaurants back working.
No. It doesn't work that way because investors want to know one thing: return on investment, right?
Oh yeah, ROI. Yep.
So that's going to be the main deal. Okay, I'm looking at the article right now, and it is exactly as you say, but hundreds are. They said hundreds are without work. Is that true? Wow.
Well, there was multiple Denny's, at least 5 that I know of, 4 or 5 that I know of. So, yeah.
And do you know who the local owner was or is?
I have no idea.
God, when's the last time you were in a Denny's, man?
And listen, you know,
I'm being serious. I can't even. I have no idea the last time I was in a Denny's.
Yeah.
Well, Village Inn and Denny's, they both, you know,
they're the same.
24 hours a day. Yep.
Village Inn is a step up. Don, thanks for telling us. If I hear from some employees, we'll take it on a case by case. We need to find the owner. If there are people getting unpaid, I hear that there are, according to this article.
Well, I mean, if they closed up this quick, I mean, they've got big problems. I mean, something went bad real fast.
Well, the state taxes were building up, which probably means he wasn't paying other things. Again, we go to that withholding thing again. That's a big deal. Withholding taxes, of course, that's why Don Eiley ended up in prison. Okay, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Hey, we had
all of the Denny's closed in Colorado Springs. By the way, here's the thing about Denny's. You know, it's fast. I've never liked it as much as Village Inn. But down south, though, around, they're really well kept. Way better than
most of the ones I've been in. I swear, everybody that works there just looks like they're on drugs.
Well, here's the deal. If you want to be a waitress there, you have to have dirty fingernails and a stained apron. You have to. That is like the norm. And it's just like I always see it. Just like if you want to work at Starbucks, you have to have piercings and tattoos. I swear to you, there's certain places, and it's almost like a culture. Village Inn, I think, is a step up. Don't you? A little step up?
Oh, definitely. And the other one's the IHOP.
I like IHOP.
Yep.
I like all of them.
Denny's it's a weird place. Hey, this guy Tom emailed. Remember yesterday the woman who broke the pipe, $4,000 damage?
Okay, that one is about a tenant who was changing or was installing her washer, and when she wrenched the hose that hooks up for fresh water, it broke the pipe because the pipes weren't secured to the wall, and water was running for 30 minutes. She is being charged either by the tenant or by the landlord or by the insurance company for the damages of about $4,000.
4G.
The discussion yesterday was, did the apartment complex have any liability for not mitigating damages because it was running for 30 minutes? She called the emergency number. She said no one answered. She called the office. No one was there. She finally found a kid who worked for them who did not know where the turnoff was. They finally got it turned off. Time lapse 30 minutes. I'm thinking they may have some obligation to mitigate, so it could lessen the damages. She's definitely responsible. What was the
well, it was turned off in a half hour, but Tom brings up something a little more interesting. I didn't really think about this, but he's saying, hey, in his 60 years of life, or 68 years of life, he's never seen the ability for someone to break basically that piping with just a pair of pliers. So he's saying maybe the piping was faulty to begin with.
You said that. You said maybe if it was faulty, was it maybe corroded?
Yeah.
And I asked, was it secure? Was it bad? Because you're right. I mean, I've never heard of that. Or it could be a bad weld. Have you ever... that's why I was trying to visualize it, Mark, because think, those pipes are parallel usually, and they are usually inside the wall, right? But this apparently...
Then they come out to the nozzle.
They come out to the two nozzles, hot and cold, right?
That's right.
And then you're wrenching to get the thing, maybe the hose was tight.
The hose off.
And you're wrenching that, which twists that pipe.
So how does it break?
I don't know. You know,
what kind of pipe was it?
It was copper, regular. If you could ask her to send us, Suzanne, a photograph of the broken pipe, I would love that, unless she doesn't have it. That would be good. We got a lot more to talk about here. I'll take all of your calls on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-Martino.
Nothing is more...
There's a couple good articles about that death wobble, too.
Anything about fixing?
Yeah, using an aftermarket track bar. It's an upgraded adjustable tracking bar in the front. Because the factory ones, they say, are lasting about 5,000 miles, and it comes back.
Weren't you on, or was it Tom? That about a month ago, and the guy skipped to California. The owner of him skipped to California. He made a deal with the state about paying taxes, about taking some time. Yeah.
I must have been wrong. I remember Sherry's Diner thing went under quick. That's where that was. Nothing one tooth.
Yeah, we had a guy come on and stuff and talk about it.
You know
what I mean? I would.
I don't remember.
Well, are you guys limited sometimes under warranty, though, to use factory parts? Or
Most of the time, there is such a thing as stepping outside and just using an NPN, no part number.
They don't put background checks or anything. I mean, it is the bottom of the barrel, man.
Oh, in other words, I got it.
Here's where they go when they get out of prison.
Under warranty, can I use a non-factory
I mean, I'm not shitting, man.
with their permission and submitting it to Chrysler as an NPN, no part number part? Like, I can do it. There has to be acceptable. There has to be reasonable.
So if they say no, you're on your own.
Hey, let's food
You avoid warranties by doing it if they say no.
What they try to pay the people with food too. You know, people are coming to get their paycheck. They try to give them the food that was in there and stuff.
And I don't know how true what I'm reading is true. I'm just, 5 minutes.
We don't care. Here's a quote. Give us our money. We don't care about canned jalapenos. Did you ever think you'd hear that quote? Jesus. They left produce and canned goods at the front steps for us. We want our money. Are you kidding me? We don't care about canned jalapenos.
Holy shit.
We're paying you in canned jalapenos. I fucking punched that guy. My God. Some people you gotta punch. That is one guy you punch.
That's a punchable
offense. Any judge would look at him and go, okay, you deserve that shit.
In fact, I'm gonna punch you.
What is that?
They say time to try to be a certain speed percentage
Okay.
horribly inhuman to yourself.
See how washed
If you
out.
just keep on driving on the mud, if you like maybe
Oh,
real like you can't drink
It's
it
fun.
away. Sometimes
It's
that
like
works,
we're in,
sometimes it doesn't.
we're on Seinfeld.
Anyways, well, this would be a good example.
Penny Rogers.
There.
That was right.
We used to put right up.
Dodge 2500, 4x4, solid front
Let's see what he says.
This is after.
You know what I love? I love how
Solid axle.
the building maintenance comes
Anything
directly
with a
to
solid
me.
axle, it can happen.
Not you.
Not the one.
Not Tom. We need to talk to Mark, who had nothing, didn't even know it was going down.
I was thinking you should have said, hey, Ross did it.
Actually, that would have been great. We just walked in and we're helping Ross.
When we came this morning, Ross goes, Jesus, right in here.
Okay, that's going to be a lot of your issue.
There's only 3 people that use this, right, on a normal day. Ross, Michael, you.
There's some,
is there another one at night?
They cut a lot of stuff for like weekend infomercials. They'll put it.
They do have weekend shows, but I just wanted to say this is what's right for us.
Right, Scott, and that's your trend. Okay.
Just look at warm parts.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the first thing you do.
Good luck with that Dodge. You're going to have to rebuild that front end every day. You know, and it's not that you have to rebuild it every day. If you rebuild it once and you do it right, then you won't have to mess with it for a long time, and it'll last 80,000 miles, 90,000 miles. But they definitely have issues.
People talk about that death level.
Like I said, this is going to help.
So weird saying anything.
No, a lot of just, yeah.
Like it's magic. I mean, something's wrong with it.
Well, I mean, if everything's tight, it is the tracking bar dampener. I mean, that's where the problem lies.
That's all there is.
That's all there is.
Well,
yeah.
Have you ever driven in a car where someone's put like 100 PSI in a fucking tire?
But that's what I'm saying. If everything else is correct, though, you have to eliminate everything else. You can't overlook it.
Downright swirly as hell.
But people say death warrant. Well, we had one come in, and she had one, but it was coming from the back. It was doing a hula dance.
That would suck.
So it was rear bushing. But I mean, you know.
That would be tough if you're pulling a trailer, huh?
Oh, yeah. But I mean, you hit a bump, and the back was doing it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
There's really not.
No, I mean, it's not. Front ends are front ends. They haven't redesigned them. But with the heavier stuff, sometimes you need an aftermarket part that's been re-engineered, you know. And like this one they're selling is actually adjustable track bar. It's not solid. So you can compensate for other stuff as well.
Hey, you guys agree if caster's out, caster's this way, right?
Yeah, well.
No. What's this thing?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
So if it's out, like, I mean, like, shit. If it goes between 4.5 and 5, and it's at 5.1, I mean, just one barely out, you might get a little bit of a pull, but you're not going to get any tire wear. You're going to have almost no problem with this vehicle.
Correct.
Right? Correct. That's what was wrong with that lady's fucking truck. They were trying to tell her at Firestone last week. She wanted to return this truck because the guy at Firestone said, there's no way we could do anything about that. We've got it adjusted as far as it goes. The only one that could do that is a body shop or someone that could bend the frame. And I'm looking at this going, here's what happened. This kid was telling her the truth, but at the same time, he's explaining it like it's a fucking issue. Yeah. So all of a sudden, she didn't want the truck. And I'm looking at the printout going, this thing's perfect. It's not going to wear tires. I doubt it'll even pull with that out by nothing.
No.
But of course, on the printout, it's red. And everything else
but
is
I mean,
green.
the picture shows the arrow being all the way over here, and it's a half of a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
but,
well, that's sales.
And she's like, how do I, well, but it was Firestone. The guy at Firestone's going, well, you got to go to a frame shop to fix that. Yeah. Dumbest thing the kid ever could have said.
Yeah. Well, it depends, too, because they make what they call an eccentric ball joint.
That could
They make aftermarket components to adjust it.
Sure.
Because you're at the end of your adjustment on a factory setting. Doesn't
and
mean
you can get them up to 2.5, 3 degrees.
Yeah.
If something's got 150, 200,000 miles on it, a truck, I mean, it's going to happen over time anyhow, right?
Right, absolutely. But there's options.
There's options. Yeah,
it's not done.
No.
What's the end of that story? Are they going to call back, or what happened?
No, all you guys fucked me on that one.
No.
Drove all the way to goddamn middle of fucking Egypt.
Mark, what are we talking
Then we raised money for her, and then she didn't want the vehicle.
No. We all said,
it couldn't have been
we were
worse.
all pissed off.
I was,
drove out there.
I couldn't believe it. That woman was a nut. I knew it. I've had a string of nuts.
Why did you drive?
We raised $800 for it, and then she didn't want it. We don't want it because it needs to go to a frame shop.
The Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do.
How are you doing today? What is pissing you off, ticking you off, making you tick? What is wanting you to get on a soapbox and scream? What? Call. Let us know. We want to help you in any way we can. You know how we shy away from politics? Why? Because really, the real issues hit us every single day. all of these things that we talk about on this show, buying, selling, careers, relationships, neighbors, authorities, officials, government, cheats, scams, liars, cheaters, ripoffs, and the good guys at referralist.com, and how to protect yourself. Isn't that something that transcends everything? That's what we love doing. And as far as politics, I swear to you when I say this, I'm just going to say one thing. We need a third party now more than ever in the entire universe, ever. A true third party, not a radical piece of garbage, but a true third party that represents most of us. Because I know that most of us don't like what's going on either side. I'm telling you. It's ridiculous. No. So, anyway, anything you can do to help, when you hear a call, call us. Like Julie, you heard about the death wobble. I hope you have good information. What's happening?
I don't have any information other than my husband has owned a 2014 F-350. We bought it new, and he's had it for about 3 years now, and it does the same thing. And we haven't spoken to Ford about it, but it is very scary. We've taken it to Big O Tires and had the tires switched out because we thought it might have been the tires. And they told us that they don't know why it happens, but that just happens on
Did it just start happening, or did you have this problem all along?
We've had it all along.
So, guys, what do you think? I mean, why do these things happen? Is it a solid axle issue with any truck?
It's a solid axle, the same issue with any solid axle four-wheel drive. You know, and what I've been reading about, and I'm not sure how true it is yet, but there's some adjustable track arms that you can get that are aftermarket, and they're re-engineered to try to help this problem. It's certainly worth a try.
So that's all you can do. I mean, when I'm looking at these YouTube videos and stuff, Julie, there are a ton of little things. I mean, it's just, if anything, any one component goes out in that front end because of the solid axle, that it sets up this vibration because there's no way to relieve it. When you have two independent axles, you have, I don't know how to put it, but you get a vibration. The other one picks up, and then it goes away. The other one goes away. But when you have a solid axle, that vibration is transferred to the other side, and then they play off of each other. They get into a harmonic, it's called, and it just keeps going and going and going. It's terrible. So how old did you say your truck was?
It's a 2014.
With how many miles?
Same truck.
Oh, I don't know how many miles.
It's the same. Yeah, this guy.
It's a Ford Platinum, and there's not very many miles on it.
So right now, what are you doing? You're still driving it, still using it, right?
Yeah, and it's really scary. Like going down I-25, if you hit a bump, it feels like it's going to just throw you off into another lane.
Do you have to come to a complete stop and restart then?
No, it calms down eventually.
Well, she has it. I mean, there's no doubt people have it. The thing is, what are people doing about it? And again, some people swear by aftermarket stuff. What are we talking about?
The most common answer to is a steering dampener or stabilizer. It works as a shock absorber in the front suspension to take the travel and control the travel of the components moving from side to side. That's what they're referring to with the wobble. So in some cases, I've actually gone out to an aftermarket in the vehicle, the people that lift vehicles, for instance, will make a double dampener shock, if you will, and it usually will either correct or control.
But it doesn't.
Situation.
It doesn't mask the problem. It keeps it from setting up a harmonic.
Well, that's
right?
what the dampener is designed to do: is absorb that.
So but it doesn't mask it.
It controls.
Okay.
It controls.
So when it starts, it doesn't let it continue.
That's exactly right.
So, Jonathan, you have another concern. You were calling about this. So you're the one who originally brought it up. What's your additional concern?
Yes, sir. Okay, so above and beyond that, the dealership has already addressed all the issues that you've been through. They replaced the ball joints, shimmed the ball joints to give it more negative caster. They've replaced the steering dampener. Yeah. And they have done everything that they feel in their power to fix this thing, and it has not been properly solved. The biggest issue that I have with the truck now is this truck has been through the violent shaking so many times that I'm starting to have other issues. I hit a bump going down the road and the ABS comes on, and this is at slow speeds. Let me see, when I experienced the death wobble episode here a little while back, the check engine light came on,
and the dealership is telling me that there is a heater in the DEF fluid tank. It's the diesel exhaust fluid. It's a urea that is to clean the particulate filter in the exhaust system, and that's reading too high a resistance now.
Well,
and that's not
is all of that, that's not connected, guys.
We do those heaters all the time. That has nothing to do with
You're not going to make that argument. I'm sorry. You just can't do that. I mean, I know something. Listen, we you know, the hip bone's connected to the thigh bone. Everyone makes these things, and the thigh bone's connected to the knee bone, and everyone wants everything to be covered because of that. But here's the deal. Maybe you're having some issues, but I doubt it. I mean, seriously, that you would have anything like that cause it. But listen, make the argument all you want. We can't help you with it. We can't even help you with the death wobble. All we can do is hope that we get a lot of information. But what I don't understand, Jonathan, you said they already tried all of these things. Did they do that dampener? What is that dampener actually called, guys, that these people on the internet are swearing by?
A steering dampener.
Did they try an aftermarket steering dampener?
An upgraded, an oversized,
or a double. They've suggested it, but the warranty company won't pay for it, so the dealership would have to pay for it out of their own pocket.
You know, that's crap. That's crap. They should pay for it for you, but if they can't fix it and it's under warranty, what choice do they have?
Well, I mean, he may be able to go back if he gets it fixed with the bill, since he's put so much effort into it. You know, I mean, he's probably looking about $500-600 worth of work for a new track bar.
Jonathan, do you have the money to front it, and then we make this an issue on the air and try to get reimbursed, especially if it really fixed it?
I've got $6,000 cash in my pocket right now. Yes, I could go somewhere and get it fixed.
But
do I want to? No.
Well, neither do I, but I mean, I think you should prove to them. I agree with you, but if we prove to them that this aftermarket thing works, then how do they get out of paying? How do they? I mean, I don't know. I would literally take the manufacturer and the dealer, even though the dealer isn't you know, they're trying to help you. I would take them to small claims court for the cost of that repair. I mean that. And I'd document all of those, and we'll follow this up on the air. I promise you. We would do it each step of the way from service to the end, because I'd like to know what happens. You say, look, we have this visit, this visit, this visit, this visit, this visit, never fixed. We did this aftermarket, it fixed, I'm still under warranty, I want reimbursement. It's not like you didn't give them a chance, Jonathan. How many times have they tried?
12.
Yeah, okay, so you've done more than enough. I'll tell you, if this happened within the first year, you would have had a lemon that you could have gotten literally a refund. That's not going to happen now under the law, but you have an issue that I think, if it was me, I would go out and do that. I would get it fixed, document it, and then go after them. That's all I can tell you. And if you decide to do it, let us know, and we'll help you. I mean, we'll give you publicity and stuff. Phil has a problem. Go ahead, Phil.
Hi, yeah. My issue is I have a 2014 Ford Raptor purchased from a used dealership in Rapid City, South Dakota. Picked it up on the 2nd of May of this year. July 3rd, the radiator blew up. Several other related parts that aren't covered under the warranty that I purchased with the vehicle.
You purchased a warranty with the vehicle? So this was from a dealer. What was the name of the dealer?
It's Auto Advantage.
Okay, and what kind of aftermarket warranty?
The one that's 72 months up to 100,000 miles. So,
it's literally 100,000 miles.
Yes. The initial repairs are going to be around $2,000 out of pocket, and once I got it to the dealer,
Well, hold on though. What's covered under the warranty? Is any of this stuff covered?
Most of it's covered, except the. Initially I need to get the radiator, the oil cooler assembly, several other transmission lines.
All right, hold on, and we'll come back to it, okay? Because I know you're going to need more time. And but I'm trying to find out what the issue is. If you have it, it's under warranty. They'll fix what is under warranty, and they won't fix the rest. So let's figure out what you're talking about. By the way, if you're looking for home improvements, I know you're having a tough time right now because they are busy. But I can tell you that Genesis is worth waiting for, especially if you have an interior project later on for the winter and the fall. He can get involved now to design that for you and put you on the list For interior projects, Genesis Total Exteriors, and of course, right now he's busy with all the outside stuff. Give him a call. He's trustworthy in an industry where you know we get problems every day. GenesisTotalExteriors.com, 303-679-8509, 679-8509.
Is brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
It's Friday.
I broke 200 for the first time like in 15 years.
200 what?
Pounds. I broke it 10 days ago for the first time in probably 15
coming
years.
under?
Yeah.
Unless you bought it from, if you bought a private party, if you bought it from the dealer, it's supposed to have an emission.
I mean, when that seems to
Or
flatten
sales
out.
are illegal.
The voucher covers the...
Yeah, they do the voucher.
Because you have to do within 3 days of purchase.
Is that how it works?
You watch TV. Print it
See,
right
we
out.
don't have emissions in the spring.
Actually,
But I know that a lot of
my wife
guys
just
do
a
vouchers.
half hour is kind of like oh, I found such a good one. Did I tell you Ozark?
Yeah, you did.
Fucking
That's why I said I bet you it was more like 30 and we're just...
That sucks.
Because they don't,
But,
they want it to just cover pre-existing conditions, not the problems that happen.
Golf course.
You put
It's like
5,000
Caddyshack,
miles
but not as fucking.
Oh, yeah, Red Oaks.
Yeah, Red Oaks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm at the
Yeah, I didn't
end
know
of
if voucher had an expiration date. I thought it was until the plate.
Well, it doesn't have a voucher. It doesn't have
You
an
watch that
expiration,
game?
but it has an expiration date on dealer liability.
One of the best.
Tom's the only one I've heard
But
that doesn't like
dealer
it.
liability.
He's scared of it. I don't know why.
Which makes sense. Like I say, I'll bet you they make treadmills that
I would rather have it to
are on TV that forces you to walk. Otherwise, the TV goes off.
I walk at a 6 incline.
Oh, really?
Because there's still like
It's a fast walk.
But a 6 incline is pretty.
I agree. I want to go.
It is. It's a good incline.
That sucks though.
The incline can be worse than the stupid speed.
So you've never really tried to jump it up a little bit and stuff and really make it.
What I used to do is I do this weird thing where you run for like 2 minutes and you walk. Run for 2 minutes, walk. But man, that shit fucking kills me. I'd much rather eat pizza than be on the treadmill.
I was gonna say, I just whiskey and a cigar is what I do.
Yeah. While sitting on the treadmill.
On a skateboard.
I just got to balance.
I just watch YouTube videos of
Dude, that would be pretty good. I'm watching a guy on a treadmill. If you watch him long enough, you'll lose weight.
That would be a good one. You just put it up there and then he falls down.
It was like Martin Bell used to say, I had to give up jogging because the ice cubes were falling out of my glass.
That's good.
That's awesome.
Dan likes hiking, so we'll go sometimes. But man, there's this one called, there's a fire lookout that's still up there. It's somewhere in Rampart Range. And
those are pretty cool.
You can hike all the way up to this fire lookout. And it's like the last one operating now or something. But you can see every angle. I mean, you can see a fire. You see why they were there.
Yeah.
But holy shit, once you're to the top of that thing, man.
So it's a power?
Yeah.
And they allow you to go up there.
Oh, yeah, you walk up these stairs that just never end, man. They're fucking horrible. Horrible.
But they don't have, they allow you people to go up there, huh?
Wow. And someone lives, there's like a little house that the fire or whoever owns. So someone actually lives in this little house at the bottom.
Oh.
It's crazy. It's in Rampart Range. It's a national deal. Hey, what's the name of that place we've hiked where the fire thing is up top? The fire lookout. Devil's Head.
Oh, Devil's Head, yeah.
Cool.
It's cool though, but man, that, you know, the hike's fine up until the stairs. So now when we go, once you're up those stairs one time, there's no purpose to go up there again.
Yeah, but it's exercise though. I mean, that's what.
Mark, I got a really upset stomach. So.
Are you going to be up?
No, I don't know. I'm all right. When I talk about it, it feels like I just hate when I get that feeling. God,
You haven't had that so long.
I know. I get it every now and then.
Right.
I always think it's some of those fucking vitamins that you eat with
No, it's too much caffeine. I know it.
You really think it's caffeine?
I think so because it's the only thing I can think of.
Some vitamins, man. You take a multi-day without a fucking any food.
But I hate it because it just sucks when you're feeling like.
Yeah, you're gonna puke.
And I don't. Yeah, you can't. Well, not puke, but it just feels uncomfortable, like gas. So I can't when I talk.
It's too healthy. He needs some pizza.
No, I
need some of that grease.
Line 2, are we done?
I don't know what if he listens, we're going to just try to, if he wants to go through with it, like we said, we'll help him with publicity and all of that. But, you know, with the suing.
You ate that peanut brittle yesterday.
I'm saying,
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-255. Phil purchased a vehicle, and we're talking about it, from Auto Advantage, a dealer in South Dakota, and he's having some problems. Okay, he bought an aftermarket warranty. Let's talk about that. Shane will be coming up talking about a roof leak, and Candy wants to talk about a 97 S10. Wow. And then Phil has a motor oil question. Let's do that. It's not just cars, though. Anything you want, although it is car day today. Hang out. Phil, so this car you bought, how long ago was it, you said? In May?
I picked it up on the 2nd of May.
Yeah, and then in July, you started having problems.
July 3rd had issues. And I guess my main question...
yeah, what is it?
They didn't... when I took it to the dealer here, I'm calling from Sterling, Colorado.
Okay.
They found that the VIN on the door and the dash don't match.
Ooh.
So at least the VIN on the door is from a 2013, and none of that was disclosed. And they gave me a clean Carfax, one owner, no issues.
Wait a minute. How many places does the VIN appear, guys?
Primarily the door and the dash.
There's some hidden VINs, but yeah, the ones you can access.
You can go into...
the door could have been replaced, right?
Yeah.
All right. Into the PCM, into the module as well.
Okay, so what are you suspecting? That the door was replaced without you being told? That's not a big deal. They don't really have to tell you that in a used car.
Sure.
So what exactly? Now, I'd be concerned of more than that, like it was salvage or something. But I mean, have you had the car checked out?
Right now, it's at the dealer, and I've got to replace the radiator and do all these other repairs before they can pressurize the engine and see if the block's cracked, if it's even going to run.
What makes you think it wouldn't run? What happened to it?
You know, I pulled into you know, up to my home here with it, and there was antifreeze and oil just pouring out of it. So,
this sounds like a piece of junk.
Was the radiator damaged from an accident, or just worn out, or?
No, like I said, I have no idea, and I've tried to speak with the dealer here.
Say, how many miles on it again?
There are a little over 40,000.
Okay, you suspect this is a lemon or this is a big problem. The problem is this: if you bought it as is, I don't know what power you have other than that warranty. And what is the warranty not covering right now? We don't know.
It doesn't cover the radiator and and these parts. That's going to be out of pocket, which that's fine. I was just more concerned about. I don't know.
I think could he possibly have a bad engine because of that oil, and that's never good. Oil and coolant,
depending on how hot the car got.
That could be the head gasket, right?
Yep, sure.
Listen, man, I don't know what to say other than monitor it, take notes and photographs. If they lied or cheated you, we can help you. Possibly, it depends on how seriously they take their business. But if it's just ill repair, old age, wear and tear, defects, there's nothing you can do about it. You bought a car. You should have had it checked before you bought it. Now, I don't say that lightly. I say that a lot, but I don't say it lightly. I'm not happy about that. But people put themselves in this position. They buy something and they don't fully get it checked or do their homework. So, Phil, just document everything right now, okay? If you're having a problem with the warranty, or if it looks like they purposely covered up something or lied about something, let's get involved, okay? That's all I can say. Phil, what's going on with you? You have a an oil question. Go ahead, sir. Phil?
Yes.
What's your question on motor oil?
Well, my question is, I inherited a case of 020 synthetic motor oil.
020?
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm wondering, is that too light of oil to use in a lawnmower or a snowblower or something like that?
It is too light.
What is it used for? What is it for?
A lot of cars run on 020 now.
Correct. Most of the new stuff is.
Yeah.
And
so
020 synthetic is.
What does the zero mean?
Just the 0-weight-20. So
I mean, zero is really tight.
Yeah, it's very thin, and it's very tight tolerances in the engine. So it's a good oil.
It is.
Yeah.
So newer stuff has the newer stuff, they have tighter tolerances. So need to use a thinner oil.
Correct.
Smaller orifices.
Because if they don't, there's a danger of not getting lubricated properly.
Blockages and debris, yeah.
So why wouldn't it be good for the other kinds of engines? Because it would just be burned up?
It burned right through it, yeah.
Okay, did you hear that, Phil?
Yes, I did. Can I mix some 30?
No, you don't mix.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Don't mix it.
Don't mix viscosities. That's a bad deal.
Nah, sell it to somebody. Give it to somebody.
Candy? Oops, I'm sorry, that's not Candy. This is Candy. Go ahead, Candy.
Hi.
What's going on?
My son bought a truck from his employer, or was in the process of buying a truck. And
now, what do you mean the process?
Well, he had the employer had taken 2 payments, and Chris had had the truck for 2 weeks.
So hold on. He took the truck and was making payments. What kind of written agreement was there?
There wasn't anything written.
Okay, then what?
And didn't even have time to get an emissions run, and the engine blew on the 14th day.
On the 14th day of this agreement, the engine blew. So now the question is this. Was it your son's fault or not? And without a written agreement, I'm going to tell you this. The boss is going to be hard-pressed to do anything about it. He can just turn it back to him and say, keep the payments I made. I'm not going through with this. And I'm telling you, he'd be within his rights. However, he'd probably lose his job.
Well, he actually is not working there anymore. But
without a written agreement, go ahead.
After the engine blew, it was an $1,100 truck. But after the engine blew, he took the additional $400 that was owed out of Chris's final check. My question is...
Well, he's not allowed to do that. He's not allowed to offset from a paycheck, even if there was an agreement, but especially if there's no agreement. You cannot offset except for uniforms and company property or damage.
Interesting.
Now, he's going to say it was damage. He damaged a company truck. Probably. Now, hold on. How much was your son buying this truck for?
$1,100.
Okay, so it was junk. What? Tell me about the truck.
Basically, it blew.
Well, no. What year was it?
97.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's a little.
Yeah,
Listen,
and it's old, and he's young, but
so $1,100. How much money has your son put out, not counting the money he withheld? How much money did he put out?
He had paid him $700, and then the balance was taken out of his final check.
The balance for the damage, or the balance for the truck?
The balance for the truck, and then and here's
so $400 taken out of his check, but where's the truck?
The truck is with the employer.
And what is he doing with it? Is he going to fix it?
No, he told him to try and sell it, and Chris advertised it. Of course, nobody wanted it.
How many miles on this?
It's over 100,000. But the question is, there was never even an emissions done on the thing. Is it a viable sale?
It's not a viable sale anyway, because they didn't have a written agreement. I told you that. There is no viable sale. They had a finance agreement without a security agreement, or without an interest rate, or without anything. There's nothing about this deal that's real. Nothing. Okay. You don't need to get them on emissions. In fact, if you try to do that, if you try to get him on emissions, you're going to be admitting to this whole deal, and that there was a deal, and he's going to lose on the emissions thing and end up owing the guy money.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know why you're hung up on emissions. It's not a deal. He's going to sue. He should sue him. He should sue him for $1,100. Is what I mean. $1,100, and say, look, this truck was a piece of junk. I never agreed to buy it. I was using it, and the engine blew. It's a piece of junk. I want my money back. That's what I would do. Now, listen, as far as the emissions, what I meant by being hung up, you're asking about the emissions because you're trying to find a hook. I understand, but you don't need a hook because there is no agreement. He was using the truck while he worked there, and he was using it. He was paying the guy, and he was going to buy it, but it did not even make it, and he doesn't want to buy it. This guy has no written agreement with him, so I don't see how he can even enforced the 1100. Who says it was 1100?
I don't know. I guess that's what they had initially
That's the point. That's the point. It's all verbal. And now that can work in your son's favor. But have him sue the guy in small claims court immediately. And then, listen to this, he goes to the labor board about the $400. It's called an illegal offset. Okay? He offset his final pay. Illegally. So was that a company truck, Candy? Did it have the company name on it and stuff?
No.
So he can't even claim it was anything to do with work. I'm telling you, your son is in the driver's seat, no pun intended. Unfortunately, he's going to have some legwork in front of him, but I think he'll win. What do you think, Mark? If the guy is driving around the car, or you guys, what do you think? Mark usually disagrees, so I wanted to know. What I mean by that is, I don't mean that on purpose. I mean he usually has an opposing view in order to discuss this. If he's using the truck openly, and he made a payment, and the car blows up, and he says to the guy, I don't want to buy it. We never had an agreement. I was going to buy it. Yes, I was, but we never really...
Did the title ever transfer?
No.
So the owner still had, the boss still had
no
the title.
Paperwork, no contract, nothing.
No paperwork.
Yeah, I'd give him back the truck.
Me too.
Too bad, so sad.
I agree.
Yep.
Okay, we got to take this break because we are running out of time. But listen, biotmedical.com can change your life. I can't tell enough people about this. And I'll tell you why. It's amazing what replenishing and optimizing your hormones can do. Yeah, you've heard about testosterone clinics and all this other stuff with shots and creams. No, this is more than testosterone, by the way, which is really important, but it's more than that. We're talking about estrogen, we're talking about progesterone, we're talking about hormones, and it's delivered in such a natural way. Most of it's delivered with a pellet, like a grain of rice that's implanted just under the skin. Seriously, it's unbelievable. It's cardio activated. The more active you are, the more it dissolves, the less it dissolves, and they last 4 to 6 months. So you're not at the doctor every day or every week. You're not giving yourself shots or creams. And what is the magic is you get exactly what you need for you. Get a blood test. Get optimizing your hormones because, listen, when they deplete, you get old, and you shrivel up, and you die. Why do you want to do that? You know, you replenish your food supply, right? Why not replenish your hormones? biotmedical.com. It's that easy. Find a provider today. You have nothing to lose. Listen, I can tell you from personal experience, it will absolutely astound you. biotmedical.com.
Right now. I know, it's $1,050 for 3 nights. There's no way I'm getting them their own room.
Where is this?
Oh no, it's 2 double beds.
Where is this, Mark?
What's that?
Mexico.
What kind of, oh, Mexico?
No, this was Aspen. Fuck, I can't believe what they get for a fucking place up there.
How much?
This was like a mediocre place. Well, 86 out of 100. Fucking $1,050 for 3 nights.
That's cheap.
$350 for us.
That's cheap.
Yeah, but it's not. It's fuck, man.
I'm telling you, it's amazing how much we're.
Yeah, but it's all fucking season. Oh, you know why? It's because of Music Fest there. That's why. Because we're going up there for the stupid
Summer is not off season.
Mark, it's not anymore. We have year-round tourism.
Yeah.
Even Florida, South Beach. Oh no, we did.
Yeah, but like Keystone and shit.
Do you know what we got? Do you know what we got in South Beach at the W on the beach?
How much? 1,000 a night?
No. We got like $250 plus the fees, so whatever it came to. But those are usually $1,500 and more. I mean, that is incredible. That is. And it was a beautiful.
Yeah, our place in Cancun is $225 per person per night. So we're $1,000 a night for the.
That's all inclusive.
Wait, so it's per person? What is all inclusive? Everything?
Food, drinks,
all meals, everything. Not drinks.
Multiple drinks. Multiple drinks.
No, everything.
No, everything.
We don't stay at one.
You can drink as much as you want.
Yep.
Anything.
And it's all top shelf.
Like Starbucks, top shelf, everything.
Oh, come on, that's great. I don't like the nickel and dime shit.
You can't spend money there.
Can you get wine, too?
Wait, all-inclusive is truly all-inclusive.
If you have the badge on your wrist, you walk in and you walk out.
and we can go to
Like
any
a cruise.
palace.
Yeah.
Except a cruise,
They
bullshit.
charge
for alcohol.
everything. Yeah.
They used to be like cruises.
No, the
So hold on,
carts
Mark.
that drive around
That's
everywhere they
not a lot
drop
of
you
money.
off. there's a guy with
$225 for
a car.
Per person per day.
One like that goes.
See, you
You
can
can get like a
drink
decent
Stone
wine
if you
there.
want.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fuck. And you can get whatever.
I mean, I don't drink.
I mean,
but
all top shelf anything.
Yeah, it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
All that they have swim up bars. I mean,
Yeah.
it's and not only that.
But even the food on the beach, they'll
This-
go get it for you. Just tip them.
Our favorite is we Hobie Cat, so all the Hobie Cats at the places we go to are included. So we'll get on a sailboat for 3 or 4 hours a day every day, and the sailboat's included. Everything's included.
That's really good.
Yeah.
It sure
It
is.
is. That's really good.
Yeah. They have a lot of shit we never do, like, you know, they have tennis court, they have all kinds of shit we just never do. It's not our deal.
Right.
That's the new trend I noticed, is all inclusive, right?
Oh, that's the way to go. It's the only way to go.
Well, and if you have kids, it sure is.
It's the only way to go.
And in fact, little
They
kids
can get
like your
ice
age,
cream.
they have your kids would be at the kids club, and they'll have more fun at the kids club than you would ever fucking be able to show them.
Instead of trying to
So
hide
where is
your
this,
wallet at the
Cancun?
pool and this.
Is this Cancun?
Yeah.
I don't like Mexico that much, but
Punta Cana is the same way, but it's just like Mexico, man.
And there's a wide variety of restaurants and different food.
Oh yeah, there'll be.
I
This
just
one's
thought-
got like 2 Italian
although
restaurants,
Mexico,
2 steakhouses.
although it was fun, I think it was the company I was with. I think it's probably fun.
Oh, you'd like Mexico if you go to a
No,
nice.
I've been there several times. I just
You and Steph would like Secrets has some really nice 5-star shit. No kids around and shit.
Yep. Well, no, they're not family friendly. Huh?
No, that yeah. If you're bringing the kids,
we went to
go
Hawaii,
somewhere else.
but we didn't do all inclusive. I bet you they have them there.
No,
No.
nah. The labor's so cheap in Mexico is why you have them. Same with Punta Cana. So cheap.
Yeah, I don't think I found one in Hawaii.
Hawaii, the fucking money's too. I mean, these
We-
people are making $25 an hour.
Geez, I think
Oh, we get
a
a
week with me and the kids and Steph, who I think we spent.
So the kids will have their own room, but we also have butlers. So we have a butler that gets us whatever. So if I want a steak in the middle of the night, no shit, I call our butler up and he'll
Yeah,
bring
room
us a
service
steak.
included too.
Wow, I've never had one like that.
Yeah.
See, that makes it. So anyway,
We get a butler.
I think I spent 14 grand with airfare.
Signed to a butler.
Yeah.
The Ryu Palace,
Easy to do there.
Moon Palace has butlers if you have the right room.
Mark, dude, I would love that. Like, do they have those in Europe at all? Do you know?
No. Labor, man. It's all labor. The only reason they do it in Mexico is because the labor's so cheap.
Yeah, South and Central America they do it.
Yeah, like Punta Cana, the opposite of Haiti, they fucking do it.
Dominican Republic.
But anywhere where, you know, there's a
Well, the
decent wage.
Palace
to be made.
Resorts and Secrets, because they have them in Panama.
Well, like Ryu's got one in Florida, but it's not all inclusive.
Who does?
Ryu. Ryu's my favorite chain. R-I-U. Yeah, and you always want the palaces. They have different levels. The palace is where you get the butlers and all that shit. Moon Palace is gorgeous, man. If you're a
get
golfer,
access-
that's the
But
place.
you also get access to their other resorts on the Strip.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
And the restaurants.
Hey, listen, it's car day, so I want to tell you about Flexident of Colorado.com or FlexidentColorado.com. Either one will go there. And what I really want to tell you is how wonderful they are when it comes to paintless dent repair. First of all, let me just put it this way. That's the only way to repair hail damage and dents if the paint is not chipped or cracked. Don't ever do anything else but paintless dent repair. And then you want to find the best, and that is Flexident by far because of the ownership. I know him personally, and he has like 40 years experience. Yeah. So they're top rated, they're good people, and that's what you want. You want good people with a lot of experience, and that's Flexident. In fact, I think that probably among them they have, over 100 years. Nick is the founder and owner. He's 40 years himself in the business. So look for him, multiple locations at FlexidentColorado.com or call for an appointment. You can get in next week, 303-619-6273. 303-619-6273. Okay, now, we were talking to... No, we didn't. We did Candy. Where's Candy? There she is. Okay. So, Candy, basically, you have this straight, right? That it's not an agreement, and he's going to sue for the money. All right? Oh, she hung up. Okay, that's good. And then basically I wanted to make sure that she can call us throughout the whenever we do this with you, you can call us throughout the experience, and we'll work with you, okay? In other words, we don't just cut you loose. Jay, what information do you have on the death wobble?
Well, I've got a F-250, and I've had a number of them, and they've all had it. I talked to a body shop, and they told me that the only true way to fix that is a heavy-duty stabilizer bar.
Right, that's what we were talking about. More, Exactly. Which one did you find? Did you have a specific brand?
I haven't got it yet, but there's a parts place down in Pueblo that carries it, and I'm going to get that done.
How much is it going to cost?
I want to say, I don't remember for sure, but I think it was about $200.
And you have a Ford, right?
Yes.
So that seems to be the answer. I don't know why Ford doesn't just come out with a fix and maybe produce one. Is there any way to beef up what's on there or not?
Absolutely.
What's on there? The one that's on there, I mean.
Well, not by change it. You have to change it to another part. That's what the aftermarket has re-engineered it.
Does it take the place of something, or does it add?
It replaces the original equipment.
So why don't they just make it better? I mean, are newer trucks doing it too, do you know? I mean, guys, first of all, in your shops, have you ever heard about it on Dodge trucks, guys?
Oh, very much so.
Yeah. Okay, so it happens. Okay, and it's everything with a solid axle, right? 303-713-TALK. Shane, what's going on with you? Hello, Shane.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Thanks for taking my call. So, me and my wife, we signed a lease in the beginning of the year, and about 3 months ago, my neighbors asked me if my roof was leaking, and at the time it wasn't, but about 2 weeks after that, it sprung about 5 leaks in the living room. So immediately I called the emergency maintenance, had them come over.
Now, wait, what was this? You said they asked you if it was leaking. Was this after what? What happened?
This is after a rainstorm.
Okay, why did they even ask if it was leaking? That's not a normal question. You call up and ask if it's leaking.
No, the neighbor asked. Their roof started, their ceiling started leaking.
Okay, and they wanted to know if yours was leaking.
Right. So they started the process with the management company.
And then you got involved.
Then my roof started to leak, so I got involved.
So where does it stand right now, Shane? What's going on?
As of right now, it's been almost about 3 months. It has now spread into our bedroom.
Holy crap. Is it hurting any of your personal stuff?
Oh, yeah. It leaks all over the couch, coffee table, the end of our bed.
Wait, it's been going on that long and they're not doing anything?
Yeah, every time I go down there, they say that they didn't even know it was leaking, or they try to say that
okay.
It needs to be hot enough out to fix the roof.
Listen, this is a habitability issue, okay? You have an issue here. You got to put them on notice in writing.
Okay.
Okay, you do. You have to say, I demand that the leaks be fixed. It's intolerable. It's destroying my personal property. And you give them a certain amount of time, okay? I know they've had a long time, but you got to give them a deadline and say, if it's not fixed within this period of time, I am going to proceed with legal action. You have to do that. The legal action will be a constructive eviction, and that's a whole different ballgame. You have to give them notice that you're leaving and why you're leaving, and then you have to fight for your security deposit back. So are you ready to leave if you have to?
No, not really.
Okay, you can't let them know that. Shane, that's the only weapon you have.
Okay.
So what do you want? Did you want us to call them? I mean, we'd be happy to call the management company and say, look, we're getting complaints.
That would be awesome. Every time I call, they won't answer. Or
Dan, can you light a fire for this guy? Deputy Dan is good at lighting fires and causing trouble.
And instigating.
He does it at the office. Like he thinks we don't notice it. So
it'd be awesome because my wife, she's pregnant. The roof, it might be molding. I'm not sure.
Okay, listen.
I keep taking pictures.
All right, here's the deal.
How big it gets.
Send us. Well, don't do it yet until we find out if we need it. But we might want you to send us some photos. But right now, hold on and we're Suzanne's going to get some information for Deputy Dan, or Deputy Dan will talk to you. And what we'll do is we will contact the management company. And what kind of cars do you work on? I thought I heard you in a garage. You're not in a garage, or what?
No, I'm in a welding shop.
Oh, I heard a lot going on. Are you a welder?
Yeah, fabricator.
Oh, that is so cool. I love that kind of stuff. And that can you weld, you personally, can you weld aluminum?
Oh yeah, I pretty much weld anything you
know,
give me.
I used to weld aluminum, but it always ended up in puddles. I've ruined everything I tried, everything. And I love going to those exhibitions. I don't know, Shane, have you ever seen those exhibitions where they show you at a fair or something how they're welding like 2 Coke cans together perfectly with this special rod? Is that all Is that all BS?
Oh no, you can. I can weld razor blades together.
Man, see, that takes skill. A good welder will never be out of work. Hold on, Shane. We'll get your information.
That's awesome. I've seen them at the fair where they do
TIG welders.
Oh my God! They were trying to sell. He said it was just a torch, and he was using a special rod. I get it at home. I can weld big stuff, but it's not pretty. But I can't do those beautiful. You know those. You got to weld every day. That's a talent. And then but I ruined a lot of shit trying to weld.
We had a guy come out once to weld a crack in a frame, and I swear he took wax and just like, oh my God, it was just 5 minutes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I could have worked on it for a week and not done that. We had a truck-mounted welder.
Is that right?
Oh yeah. It's an old Ford, and it had cracks around where the steering box was. So he said he could re-weld it.
I had a new Dodge do that. And cracked the frame, one of the frame mounts.
Yeah.
And they flew 3 guys out here to weld it from the engineering.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This guy didn't even take anything off. I didn't even know how he was going to get up in these spots.
Amazing, isn't it?
You know, he's just like, yeah, grabs a couple rods.
Bam.
You know.
I say, if I took the stairs every time I have to come up here, I'd be in great shape like Mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I have to wait for him to find a time.
What do you need?
Oh, this helicopter ride on Sunday. Supposed to rain.
Is it a big gal?
No, she's not, and she's got 2 young.
Did you ask?
I've seen her. I've met her. The other ones, but then I found out Tom had Stephanie there and Angie there, and there were all these other people for flights too, but yeah, they were.
For 46 years, carries a lifetime warranty on all parts. Don't waste your money on
I'm sorry, I cannot
just gotta
ask people what is your weight.
No, you have to say, well,
something like this.
How big of a gal are you?
Yeah, that's it. I'll say Mark wants to know.
Yeah, Mark wants to know.
What size?
Mark wants to know.
If you
what
people
size
are
briefs do you
listening
wear?
out there, if you guys get a helicopter ride, just tell me your weight.
They're showing 50% chance of rain someday.
I know,
Really?
but that'll be
We
easy.
got
What
so
does
much
it show
rain the other
today?
day.
That's more important. I have 40 people coming in my house, and I don't want them in my house.
You're supposed to, well, depending on where you are, after 5 this evening, starts. You know how that works. You know.
You have Dolce?
Well, yeah, I have Dolce, and I have Bonnie too. So
make sure to ask your contractor.
You could go and tell her you're having breakfast at Perfect Landing.
DaVinciRoofscapes.com.
Could you take Dolce to breakfast at the Perfect Landing?
Let me find out what time. See, if I didn't have to be there, I could do
already in Mexico in my brain.
I don't think she really gives a shit.
Staring at the restaurants. What do I want to eat at?
She would like to, yes, but
some of them aren't as
like
good. Some are really good.
But I'll just tell her.
Usually they do pretty good on the steakhouse and the Japanese shit. The Italian is usually
questionable.
Yeah, it's not that I don't even know. They're usually not
He'll meet them at the
good.
Jet Center.
The one we went to, they had the Italian coffee where they get the flaming. I mean, the whole bit. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Japanese one, the last one we went to, they
call
did the full
Stephanie,
hibachi
and
setup.
I'll give you
flipping
the
the shrimp in your face and all.
I'm going to call Steph, or I'm going to text her.
This one's got actually more restaurants than I thought it's got.
Sorry about this.
No problem. I mean, we got to do this.
It's nice
stuff.
that we get them out of the way.
No, I like doing it. I really like doing it, and I've done
1, 2,
several.
3,
So, I
4,
mean, not
5,
several. I
6,
did those
7,
others.
8, 9, 10, 11.
I did 2 of them.
It's like herding turtles.
Simultaneous control of both time and money. What choices do these 5% make?
Catamarans, kayaks, snorkeling, and diving.
But have you seen the video of that
But I like
turtle
those
that
being
acts
able
like
to go
a
to
dog?
the, you know,
It's
the
like
chain
running after a ball.
Really?
Yeah, with
the
the turtle,
not
with
on
the family dog.
King
Yeah,
Creek Trail.
it runs,
So
you
go
have
up
to
to like
Google
the
it.
Sun
It runs
Palace.
after
And go have
the,
lunch and hang out at their place for a free day.
We
runs
always
after
rent
a ball, and it's
So
actually playing
if we
ball
go
with
to
the dog.
Playa del Carmen,
Or is it
we'll drive down to
there's
the
one
day and
playing
stay
hide
at one of
and
the
seek with
Rios
the dog.
down there because the Rio's got. I mean, they've got like 4 palaces, but they got another 4 hotels you can go to. So you got like all kinds of.
I've never rented a car in Mexico.
Oh man, I do every single time.
I never have either.
No. See, because with
I'd be
these
afraid to.
resorts, yeah, I was.
Nah.
These resorts have buses that go constantly from one resort to
Yeah,
another.
but we go drive out in the pyramids and into
Do
the
you?
wilderness, man.
I stay with it. I stay with
Don't
the
drive at night.
We've never had it.
She said it's cold outside and she hands me my
Hi,
raincoat.
Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe where we are constantly solving problems, and we do it each and every day. Okay, Rocky's Auto, 63rd and Federal. This is car day. They have SUVs, vans, pick-me-up trucks, anything you need. If it has 4 wheels, they even have some motorcycles now and then. So give them a call or drop by. It's 303-426-4646. Here are the main deals about Rockies. Big selection on both cars, trucks, and SUVs and all that, but with color, year, price range, models, but also variety in financing. There are many lenders you can choose from, and some will choose you based on your credit, or you can choose to just pay for the cars. You know, you don't always have to finance, but you have 40 to choose from. And then you have, of course, what I love, and that's great trade allowances because they want to sell your trade. That's 63rd and Federal, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8. All right, Chauncey, what are you talking about, Chauncey?
How you doing today, Tom?
What's going on?
I got a 2005 Chevy Malibu. Basically, what's going on is when it's cold outside and I turn the blinker on, the blinker light stays solid.
Only when it's cold? Only when it's cold?
Only when it's cold. But as the vehicle warms up, the light starts going intermittent like it's supposed to until it gets up to normal operating temperature. Then the blinker works fine. Any ideas?
Guys, I just never heard of this. I mean,
and behind the wheel.
The only thing wrong with this truck, I mean, with the blinker, is the cold. I mean, the only thing wrong electrically when it's cold is the blinker. Is that right?
That's it.
Okay, that's the only thing affected by cold. I think you need a salt bath. That's a long story. That's a long story unless you were listening. I was talking about weird electronic things happening to me and computer things and watches and all that, and somebody said I had a positive charge or something and I had to neutralize in a salt bath. Long story. Anyway, guys, what do you think would cause... I mean,
well,
it's just a flasher.
Cold, are we talking winter cold or just not...
I'm talking if it's like 40 degrees outside, I'll turn the blinker on and the light stays solid, and it slowly starts getting to where it's supposed to be.
Do they still have flashers that you replace?
Or
Just
relays,
replace the flasher, right?
They do, and that was my thought. And is it both directions, the blinker?
It is both directions, and I did replace that flasher probably about 2 years ago.
Well, hold on. Did you replace the flasher because of this problem, or did you replace it?
I replaced the flasher because my headlights and everything went out. And so I replaced that flasher.
Okay, so the flasher still could be bad. You know, a lot of times, I don't know if this works still, if you go to an auto parts store, you can go right out in the parking lot and pop it in, and if it doesn't work, you can bring it right back. Sometimes they let you do that. Don't those just plug in, guys?
Yeah.
It's not like they won't let you install an electrical component and bring it back, but they will let you plug things in, I thought.
Well, the thing I replaced was the hazard switch, because the headlights and all that were hooked into that.
And so I replaced that hazard switch that's actually in the dash.
Yeah, but
it's going to be different than the switch, though. And then some vehicles have two different flashers, one for the hazards and one for the turn.
Well, that one, the hazard switch, is the flasher.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's built in.
Yeah, it's you just press the button.
But the flasher's built onto the back of that switch.
And it controls
literally.
Turn signals as well?
I'm
no.
I thought the turn signals have to have their own flasher.
Yeah. I think so.
But he's talking about, that's
just hazard.
Listen, man, the flasher is the thing that comes to mind. Otherwise, you got to
switch.
Otherwise, you got to take it somewhere. And Lakewood Auto Electrics.
Because it's got to be something inside the vehicle if it's temperature. Because the outside's not warming up.
It's got power, so obviously it has to have be something that controls the actual flasher itself.
Okay, Teresa, welcome to the show. Hi, Teresa. Teresa.
She didn't hold, darn it.
Is she listening?
I don't know. She just called and said, hey, I need a referral for moving in Florida, and I thought maybe you would know.
Yeah, she's in Florida, right?
That's what I think.
Grable. Now, I believe Grable might have sold. Family owned and operated. If they did sell, I think they would have made sure they carry on the tradition. I'm talking about these long range, over the road, I'd have a different recommendation if they were local, but if you want to do a national move or interstate move, they are great. Grable, and I think it's Graeb or something. But it was a fine operation. They used to advertise with me years ago. Fine operation. And here in town, in Denver, if you called Johnson for long interstate moves, Johnson. He's been around. I know Mark Johnson and his brother. I've known him for years and years and years. And they might have a recommendation for you in Florida. You just got to be careful. And what I found out, no matter what brand or flag they carry for the carrier, you still have to have a good person owning that area of the country. I'm Tom Martino. We got more coming up.
Ryu has Dos Equis too instead of Corona. Or what's that other cheap shit? Del Sol? I remember that now. They've got the dark and light Modelo.
Can you believe that the Republicans can get nothing done?
No.
Nothing. They can't get
in each
anything
room.
done.
You tell them what bottles.
What kind of a leader? Now, I ask you, Mark, what kind of a leader can get nothing done? Trump can get nothing done.
What are you talking about? He's put $2 trillion to the fucking stock market. Nothing done.
He didn't do that.
Oh, God, I don't even know why I think this way.
Mark.
The regulations he shaved is directly involved with what the stock market's doing now. Am I crazy here?
He's done some regulations, but it's really the tax cuts coming up. These tax cuts coming up.
These tax cuts are going to be huge.
I wish they would drop the medical
tax cuts on the board.
Oh, that's supposed to be September.
Liar. Where are they? Show me.
It's September.
Or were they passed?
No. This is what they're looking at.
Yeah, they can't get anything passed. What makes you think they're going to get this
done? The only thing they can't get
They're majority. Aren't they majority in the House and Senate and presidency and can't get anything done? What the hell? They have ruined the Republican Party and conservatism because who's going to believe in them? Who?
Well,
I wouldn't.
Well, like I said, a lot of who voted against the bill, but like I say, that health care, they put too much.
There's nothing you can do on the health care, man. It's going to implode here soon.
But it's a lose-lose for everybody.
It is. Oh, it is. Unless they change the whole how they look at health care.
It is.
What are you going to go VA for everybody?
No. I'm talking people need to take their personal responsibility, and doctors and stuff need to advertise their places.
So my girlfriend's Grable Van Lines, my other girlfriend is married to the son of Johnson Movie, and they're great too. So.
What son, Johnson?
Mark doesn't have any sons. And it's Mark.
Is that your
place? Married to?
Mark's divorced right now. His brother, what's his name?
Yeah.
His brother might have.
This is the first time that this.
But it's Johnson Movie.
I've been in this place before, but just for the day.
Okay.
We were staying in.
She come in your room?
Yeah, she's the maid.
She's the butler.
Because I was at the father's house, and I'm sure he
These
passed
pools
away
there are just.
by now. They took over.
Well, you know what? I hate
They
I'll guarantee you, because I'll bet you people are drinking there this
years.
Right.
Of course they are.
They were really involved.
Going to pull that doesn't. Yeah.
Drink the
water. You've heard that before. That's what they were talking about.
Don't drink the pool water.
You've been drinking, you put a small pack away and you haven't left your seat.
You know, I don't know, man. I don't think most people piss in the pool. I think if you look at a certain person, though, and they're really drunk, you can tell if they're pissing in the pool.
They piss their pants if they weren't in a pool.
Especially if they start lifting the leg up.
Did you guys see that North Korea launched a missile that landed just off the coast of Japan?
Well, 200 miles, but yeah.
They're getting closer.
Yeah, 200 miles.
And they're threatening
real
an attack on the United States.
Yeah, they do.
And we're going to Hawaii in October. And of course,
Japan, they need to. I'll tell you what, South Korea not paying for that missile defense. I feel like saying South Korea, you're on your own. We're pulling close.
Same thing, 200 miles, guys. If it's a nuke, 200 miles, it doesn't matter.
That's Japan.
No, a nuke doesn't cover, not something they have, something we have.
I'll trade in my Honda. Get American.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, what
You're showing your one muscle against them, huh? Let me show them. I'm going to show them. I'm not going to...
Did we win that war?
Korea? No, it was a stalemate.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, because they got the
Nothing fucking happened.
They got the DMZ, right?
Yeah. What is that? 29 parallel or whatever they call it?
Demilitarized
zone. That was a crap war, though.
That just doesn't tumble off the tongue.
That was a very tough war.
Like lobster.
Yeah.
Lobster tongue.
But China, the reason that...
Look at this. Look at the size of those lobsters in the buffet, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Bring me one. Bring me one.
Bring them home. What's the best you get?
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. We have all kinds of things to talk about. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk and see what is up in your life. Okay, if you have a problem, a question, a complaint, something on your mind, please let me know what we can do for you. All you have to do is call 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. That's it. And then we'll try to solve your problem. We've been doing it for years. If you want to read about us, go to Troubleshooter.com or Referralist.com. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Okay? Okay, hold on. And let's talk. I'm trying to get people who have been waiting a while here. That's why I'm so hesitant here. Okay, there he is. Or she is. Jane, what's going on?
Are you talking to me?
Yes. What's happening with you?
Okay, hi, Tom. Thank you so much for taking my call. I bought my house through Ideal Home Loans because of you. I bought my car through Pure Floyd because of you.
Well, thank you.
So I know you are awesome.
No, thank you. I'm really happy that you had good results and you trust Referralist.com. So what can we do for you now?
Okay, I bought a Chevy Colorado, which I love. And the reason I purchased it from Rolly is so that I could buy an older trailer to pull around, a travel trailer.
Yeah.
So now I found a few, and I want an older one. But I don't know, is there somebody I can take one to, like you say, when you buy a car?
Yeah. Now, Century RV is a great place, but they sell them. I don't know. I don't see why they wouldn't. They have a service department. I don't see why they would not check it out. They have a service department. I mean, could you call Steve Hada up at 303-451-1111 Century RV and see if, I'm not asking you, I'm asking Suzanne to do that. Let's see if they'll check that out and if they have a pre-purchase inspection, what they charge for it. It's for a travel trailer, Suzanne. Does he have a way of doing pre-purchase exams for people if they don't buy from him? Oh, but by the way, let me just ask you, Jane, did you look at Century RV? They have a great selection of used.
Well, you know what? I haven't, and I could. Somebody told me years ago you always purchase something according to their parents.
According to what, dear? According
to their parents, whether it be a car or a house. Or,
but I'm not.
You know,
are you guys hearing what she's saying? You buy it according to
your parents?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Just who owned it previously and what kind of person they are, and if they take.
Oh, you buy it from an individual.
So you want an individual that you can check that out?
Yes.
I see. Well, you know what? That's not terrible information or advice, but I think that a good, respectable dealer would have some idea of the condition of it, and they're not going to lie to you about it if they're good and respectable. So, although if you know someone and they've owned it from the beginning, that wouldn't be bad either. What year are you looking for?
Oh, I'm looking for the 60s. You know, an older.
I don't think I'd be buying a travel trailer made in the 60s.
No.
Well, what budget are you talking about?
Well, I just wanted an older, you know, the round.
Yeah, but that's too old. Seriously, I mean, like 90s, not the 60s.
What is she talking about budget-wise? I was distracted.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to be able to pay cash for it.
How much?
Maybe 2,000.
You're not going to get anything, Jane. Serious, honest to God, if you paid, you have to go to an individual. You're right, and if you're paying $2,000, why bother getting a pre-purchase exam? I'm so serious when I say that, because I mean you can, but my God, if you're talking about $2,000, so you're talking about like a pop-up, like a little pop-up thing, right?
Well, no, actually, I found one, and it was $4,000, and it was an actual travel.
Well, that's twice as much as you just mentioned. So you you just doubled your budget. So that's what I'm asking. If it's $2,000, that's a lot different than $4,000. Although $4,000 won't get you much. If you want a really nice travel trailer, $6,000 to $8,000 will get you something. Now, and that's a used older one. What I want to say is, one of the best you could get, but they're going to be too expensive. They hold their value anyway. Never mind. Airstream would be a good older one. But listen, Jane, what is the purpose of this? To travel around?
Well, yeah, I just want to, you know, like when I visit my son.
But you're not going to live in it, right?
Oh, no, no.
Well, how long will you stay in it at any one time?
You know, maybe a week or two. You know, just to have it.
I know. Listen, the road you're going down here with a travel trailer, there's not. You don't have to worry about the motor, right? Because so you can get pretty cheap, but you would have to find an individual, literally, who has a trailer they want to sell and basically give it away. Because really nowadays, $2,000 is not going to get you much.
Where are you going to park it?
Oh, I have my house. I own my home.
All right, hold on a second. Ray, the general manager of Century RV, is on. Hey, Ray, listen, man, I just have a quick question. It's a silly one. First of all, are there any used travel trailers worth a damn that this woman, and trust me, I'm not expecting a magic, for around $2,000 used travel trailers?
That's a tough one.
Well, yeah.
That's a tough one.
Would you say impossible for a really decent one?
Yeah. Yeah.
What size are you looking at, Jane? What size?
Well, you know, my Chevy can only pull like 7,000 pounds. So it has to be a really small.
So Ray, 7,000 pounds. What would that be as far as length of a travel trailer?
No, that's going to put you somewhere, you know, between 20 and 25 feet.
Okay, so if you even went 15 or 20 feet, I mean, what?
Yeah.
Tell me what the range is for a decent used RV between 15 and let's say 22 feet.
Yeah, I get lucky sometimes and get stuff around maybe in the 5,000-6,000 range.
Yeah, and that
up to 10.
Okay, so at least 5. So you're saying 5 to 10.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm going to tell you, Jane, really, I'm just saying $2,000 is truly junk. I hate to say that. Ray, there are so many potential things that could go wrong with that. What would she, if she is looking at $2,000, let's say, in the private market, you see people all the time wanting to trade in. Tell me, what would she be looking at? What vintage and what kind of condition?
Well, yeah, you're going to be looking at quite an older trailer, probably
10 years old or older, and what you really want to look for is by that time if they haven't taken care of them as far as the maintenance, with your roof and stuff, you're going to have issues with the roofs leaking. And you can go inside most trailers and you can look up around the edges around the roofs and you can see it'll be yellow water stains. That's a big red flag that you've probably had roof issues. You want to look at your appliances and check the plumbing make sure they've winterized it correctly.
Right now, what do you have right now in the range of 18 to 22 feet used under 7,000 pounds? Or 18 to 25.
I probably have 20 to 30 of them.
And what's the lowest price range, and what's the highest
price range? I got an old 7 Flagstaff, for instance, back there. We've got advertised for $69.95.
Okay.
You got like a 79 Wilderness by any chance?
Yeah, we got a couple I sit on the back row, but yeah. Those are usually for somebody who wants a project.
So when you say $69.95 up to whatever, but so really, see, Jane, I'm not trying, by the way, to convince you to go there. I just wanted to give you an idea of the marketplace, and I'm not saying you can't find an individual owner and find something for 4 or 5, but you're not going to find anything for 2. Not that's decent. Do you think, Ray, at all?
No, yeah, you're right, Tom. It gets really tough in that price range. It really does.
Okay, well, this helps me so
Well,
much.
thank you, Jane. The most important question, Ray, I meant to ask. If she does find somebody, do you do pre-purchase exams since you have a service department?
Yeah, we'll do a system check, make sure all your systems are working, all your appliances are working, your heater, air conditioning, everything you're going to need, to go camping or live in or whatever you're going to do with.
If she doesn't buy it from you, how much do you know what they charge for that?
Oh, probably would do something like that for $150.
Yeah. So, Jane, that's the great answer. And they're up off the Highway 119 right there on Frontage Road. Century.
Exit 240.
Exit 240. Thank you, Ray. And, exit 240. And that is 303-453-1111. They're really good people, okay? Really good people. Okay, let's keep going. Susan's got a comment on Denny's. Someone said they all close in Colorado Springs for not paying taxes. What is your comment, Susan?
My comment is about...
Hey, I haven't heard your voice in years and years and years and years and years.
Well, not that long.
You are the blind woman that I met about 30 years ago, and we did the first story about internet phones.
Yeah, and then I moved to Minnesota last year. So.
Okay.
Wasn't she in recently smoking pot?
Yeah, a couple years ago, but no, she's not the pot smoker.
She wasn't the smoker?
That lady's name wasn't even Susan.
No.
Okay.
So, Susan...
Not yet, anyway.
You're back in Colorado.
No, I'm not. I'm still in Minnesota.
Okay, so tell me what's going on.
I went to Denny's a couple of years ago over Thanksgiving to pick up a pie to take to my daughters. So they have it in their box. It looks very nice. I don't open the thing. I get there to serve the pie. I open the box. Inside is a frozen pie from a supermarket. They didn't even remove the box.
Are you kidding me?
No.
So they were running short and they ran out and bought... Man.
I don't know if they ever had original pies.
Who knows? I know that Village Inn does, though. I mean, they don't bake them at that store, but they do have original.
I find it odd that almost anybody that works at a Denny's is a convict. It's bizarre. Almost everyone.
I couldn't believe they had...
Who told you that?
In there.
They're like the only ones that really hire.
Well, that's kudos to them then. I mean, what are you not going to get robbed while you're eating?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't...
Hey, Susan... Thanks for listening or watching way up in Minnesota. Thank you very much. Well, she can't watch. I'm so sorry. You're right. Oh, I was just going to ask Susan if she saw us on YouTube like an idiot. I'm sorry, but by what means are you listening?
Right now I'm on iHeart, but a lot of times I'll get you on the net.
Okay. iHeart radio app is great.
I found a 63 Mobile Scout for this lady for $2,300.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Tom, what's going on?
Well, Tom, I've got a problem. I've stuck out here at Chatfield State Park, and I had to order a hydraulic pump for the slide out. That's supposed to come in today.
Okay.
Just having a heck of a time trying to find a mobile mechanic that can get out here in the next.
You know what I love?
days.
I love mobile mechanics for tractors and stuff, farm equipment. There are plenty of those. Well, not plenty, but there are a few really good ones. And I've always wondered about mobile mechanics for cars. Everyone that I've ever known that took up that, they've gone out of business because it's just too difficult. Don't you think, Kevin?
Well, you never have the right parts. You never have the right equipment. You can't have it all.
Now, what about this, though? For a one-time thing, do you ever make road calls? Like somebody says, my car's in the driveway, I can't get it started, or this or that. Do you ever do that?
Not anymore. No.
Okay. That's for AAA and all that, right?
Tow it.
Yeah, or tow it. So, Tom, what exactly do you need done? We'll put the call out.
Well, I'm getting a hydraulic pump today from FedEx.
Well, who has a hydraulic pump on a car? I'm sorry, am I ignorant?
No, it's a hydraulic pump for the slide out on my fifth wheel.
I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about a car. Okay. There are mobile RV mechanics because I used to... Yes, Suzanne.
Tom, don't go to Quick Wrench Mobile. Charlie Segal, remember him?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Quick Wrench, a jerk.
There's a place right off Santa Fe down there. I don't know.
Who's that, Mark?
Well,
I don't know the name of it.
My problem is I'm over at Chatfield. Luckily, they gave me an extension.
Oh, my goodness, you're in a campground right now.
Yes, sir.
Holy crap, you need someone quickly. Now, where are you from?
I'm out of Denver.
Okay. So, you didn't go far for vacation, brother. So hold on.
I live in mine, and I bounce around to 4 or 5 of the state parks.
All right, let's try to figure out what to do for him. Tom, hold on. Get his information. Any mobile mechanic that can help him install a hydraulic pump. You ought to call some of the shops, though. Century RV, even, what's the big one up there, too?
Camping World.
Yeah, Camping World. They might do that. I don't know. Then there's another one. RV America, is it? Yeah, the Sack family. And believe it or not, the owner is Harry Sack. That's it is.
No way.
Okay, he is Harry Sack.
Poor guy.
Harry.
Oh Lord, his school days must have been incredible.
Anyway, that's his name. Okay, don't make fun of a man's name. 303-713-8255. I just want to tell you that I hope you never need Wink and Wink. They're bankruptcy attorneys, but if you do, winkandwink.com. 303-410-1720. 410-1720. Compassion, truly, and skill, and they really have good communication with all of their clients, and they have payment options available. Mike and Gigi Wink, winkandwink.com. Listen, we have to talk about lending. Lending is relaxing, by the way, some of its standards. I never thought that would happen. You know, they got really tight after the recession, and now it's loosening up. What that means is you can have more debt they're allowing and some other things. But to find out if you qualify, you go to idealhomeloans.com or call Ideal Home Loans. Now, I'm not suggesting because they're relaxing, borrowing regulations and standards that you run out and get something you can't afford. What Ideal Home Loans does that I love is they put pencil to paper and help you figure it out. They don't just go by what you qualify for. They talk about the payment, and not just the payment, but the interest and the taxes and homeowners fees and all that. They help you figure out a budget, in other words, and then they come up with a loan amount because they want to put you in a better off situation than you were in before if you're buying. If you're refinancing, they do that as well. They pick a program right for you. And even though you get approved on your credit, they don't stop there. They go further with what's called credit optimization. What that means is they tweak your credit legally, ethically, and quickly. Only a few hours they do this. They might say to you, hey, Tom, take $20 here and pay down this balance, or move this balance over here, or do this, or correct your address. They don't have where you were living correctly. Stuff like that can make a lot of difference in your credit score, which can save you money. 303-867-7000, credit optimization, and more, including the rate guarantee. Call for details, 303-867-7000, idealhomeloans.com.
This report is brought to you by LifeLock.
A couple of big delays caused by some big crashes. Actually, a semi-rollover crash has the northeast.
This one's a real gem. It needs a little TLC. This is beautiful.
Absolutely no death wobbles.
God.
Baby, I think that you better park that one.
This one's $2,000 and it actually has a motor.
See, a lot of those, I don't think they can even get the shop. How do you get it?
I thought it was an old chest.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway, she said it's a 2015 chest that made a replica.
Look at that.
Serious. 40 years away. Because probably a lot lighter, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, she had a tiny little Jeep she was pulling it with. But it was funny.
You know those
You want to be in a windstorm with that Jeep, though. Yeah. That's the biggest problem.
This is really the one here, though. Right in her budget. Listen to this. It's a 73 Dodge Freedom.
But you know, they said already that you need a transmission.
I don't want to waste this.
Look at this.
Good.
There's
Yeah. Okay. Well,
It's got a ladder.
just don't have one tooth then.
Are you feeling better?
Is it back?
Because I'm flushing. No. I think I have an upset stomach. I think I had too much caffeine, so I'm drinking this I don't get like back pain anymore like I did.
Good.
But I get exercise pain, just for exercise. And also I've been cheating a lot. I gotta stop that shit.
What have you been eating?
You know, like those pecans I took. You know, the half of that bag.
I fucking told you I can't.
But I only had
Those are so
about
good.
yeah. I had about last night. How much was left? I ate it all. So how much was left? Was there a lot? There wasn't a lot. Yeah, whatever was left.
Well, Dan ate almost all that.
I had a third of the bag.
That is so bad for your teeth.
Yeah, about a third of the bag. It is bad. It's bad for everything.
My favorite.
There is nothing good about peanut bread.
But I freaking love it. I wonder if I could make that
You know what?
sugar-free. Seriously, what is the recipe? Do you know?
That's like most of the sugar.
Oh.
Sugar and butter.
I'm not even sure there's many peanuts in it.
You're right. You're right.
I like extra peanuts.
So the thing that makes it like that is the caramelization, right?
Do you?
It's actual sugar.
It's all
butter.
Right, but I mean, you can't get that.
I've been making my banana bread with honey.
Ooh,
Yeah, but honey's still.
Honey's still sugar, I
It's the same
know.
exact.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, also the flour is sugar.
It's all sugar.
yeah, I know.
I mean, truly, if the truth be known, and you saw just what it does to your body, I mean.
I don't eat it. I make it for the bands. the young kids can eat that.
Pasta, potatoes, sugar, exactly the same.
The hardest part for me was giving up potatoes.
Right. Bread would be for me.
I didn't care.
Warm bread.
Ever.
See, I don't care about noodles. Like
I
Suzanne,
love pasta. Holy shit.
I can eat, if I have spaghetti and meatballs, I'm much more happier with just the meatballs and
Yeah,
sausage.
me too.
And I love, I just love pasta.
Now lasagna, good lasagna I would fucking
I
have a
make
hard
a
time with.
knockout lasagna.
Because people say, you don't like carbs, and I say, no, on the contrary, I fucking love carbs. I love carbs.
You know what's weird though? If
Potato
people
chips,
that don't eat carbs all the
But
time
I like the crunch.
might,
Sound?
if your body's not creating insulin all the time, I wonder if there's a negative effect on that.
No, never. No,
You don't think so?
No. Never.
Really?
Yeah. Do you just want to send me a
Lifespan
message,
can be correlated to the amount of insulin used over a lifetime.
You want me to stay or you want me to?
Oh, no, now. I just asked her a question that she didn't answer. Hold on.
People from the old days, people, they ate carbs. That's what they ate.
But I can't get there to know. As I said, the story goes. Baby, now I got the flow. 'Cause I know
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Let's try to figure out what's going on with you. All you have to do is call. Okay, people have been waiting. Let's see. I just want to make sure. There we go. Kim. Hi, Kim. What's going on, Kim?
I just had a question, a legal question for my daughter and her boyfriend just signed a lease this morning with a brand new rental complex. And we're going to go measure it later this evening, but she was disappointed because the model that they showed them, and we specifically said, because they're being built, she's moving into the second building, if that is going to be the exact same.
Okay, now this is for a purchase, right?
No, it's apartment. Rental.
It's just a rental.
15-month lease.
Okay, yes. How many month lease?
15 months.
Why 15 months? That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, anymore they do long ones.
Okay, well, 15 months, so it's just weird. It's not a year, it's 15 months. I just don't get it. Anyway, so Kim, the bottom line is she wanted to know if the apartment they're building it right now, right?
They're building it. They had been waiting over a month. They just paid their first month this morning, and they're in the second building that just got finished.
Well, okay, so are they in there?
Well, they just signed the lease, got the key, went in to see it today.
And it's not like what the model was.
Exactly. It looks a lot smaller. I'm as her mom. I'm going to go out there with her this evening, and we're going to measure it.
It or not. That's what's important. If ever people are negotiating a lease on a model, it is very important that they put specifics down if it's important to them. Does the lease specify like the model or the size or anything?
That's what I need to look at. But my question, what I'd really like to find out too, is there a law in the state of Colorado that you can back out of a lease a certain amount of time at all?
No.
Or is it in the lease itself?
No. When you say back out, there's no law that specifically mentions backing out, okay? Can you back out of a lease? You can negotiate it. I mean, I don't think they'd have a loss because it's so hard to find a place. I mean, you know, if you ask them nicely, so, Theo, that experience does not go unnoticed. He's saying, Ernesto, Mr. Transmission in Glenwood, in there, how you can talk to your addict, how long are the programs, what do they do, all of these questions, financial, legal, having to do with their treatment. Call them. They love to discuss this. Even if you don't end up there, it's a good professional to talk to. They're a caring, loving staff. TheRaleighHouse.com, like Raleigh, North Carolina. They have multiple locations in the Denver area, 720-893-5559. It was started on Raleigh Street in Denver, so that's the name. 720